All right, let's blast off. Let's get it started. Let's get it twisted. Hold on one second. Day 2, Michigan, having the mayor show us around Deerborn. Any IRL stuff today? Yes. Day 2, Michigan. Is Trump dead or alive? There's a Norwegian communist video I thought was a fun watch. Y'all are so funny. This community is so fucking funny, man. It's awesome. Like, just no sense of awareness of where we're at, what we're gonna. Are you hungover? No, I had 2 beers. Why would I be hungover? That motherfuckers would be like, Patrick bet David on Jubilee. Yeah, dude. I should sit in my hotel room in Michigan and watch Patrick bet David get yelled at by a bunch of Zoomer liberals, dude. Anyway, day 2, Michigan. Is Trump dead or alive? Israel kills the entire Yemen government. I'm having the mayor show us around Dearborn, plus special guests and more. Get in now. Last night I was gonna order stuff from Buddies and like Jets or whatever to do a taste test of like the Detroit pizza that everybody keeps talking positively about, but then I just had a room service instead. And anyway, it just didn't. Room service was fine, but do we have a blast off meme, chatters? That's the real question. Do we have a blast off meme or not? Okay, we do have some. Okay. We'll do the Chris Van Hollen thing in a second too. Hold up. I got you. RCP into. You got to get Buddies. Did Pot Save America take dark money? Oh my god, I hate that this story is like still. I'll be honest, I'm fucking annoyed that like the whole Wired magazine article has like the Wired magazine article was not like as big of a explosive bombshell as like how annoying the backlash has been to just regular ass normal ass journalism from liberals. It's been incredibly disappointing to watch a bunch of people just like actively attack the person who wrote the article rather than like the actual information that's in the article. Like people have figured out that you don't have to say fake news to Wired magazine, which you like, right? If you're a liberal, you like Wired magazine, you respect their reporting, but instead of like attacking Wired magazine or coming across like you're saying fake news in the same way that like MAGA does when there's an article that they don't appreciate, you can just simply say, well, the journalist is bad. And it's just like the major flaws here. And even in my community, there's been like people that are yelling at me on TikTok too to be like, this is debunked. And it's like, it's not. None of the debunking. Like, see, there's still people saying it's been debunked. It's not fucking debunked, man. I don't think you guys understand what words mean. It's been deeply frustrating because I feel like a failure that I haven't been able to educate people on like media literacy at all. You can't just like say an article is debunked and then be done with it. Okay, the only debunking that people point to is from a leftist content creator who's a part of Chorus, who basically just openly showed pieces of the contract and simply said, oh, but they don't follow through on it. Like, it's chill. The contract in and of itself is shown in those debunking videos. And the contract actually proves the actual article. Like the reporting is clear. There is not a debunking at all. I think it's been quite revealing in some respects. Like, I get it. I get feeling weak in the face of incredible misinformation campaigns coming from the Republicans and having this like network of right-wing operatives that are clearly getting funded, right? Are clearly getting funded. And people go, let's fight fire with fire. That's okay. Like, I'm with it. Like, I understand it. But transparency is never a bad thing. That's number one. And number two, the issue here is that it still doesn't address the major point of contention that I've been critical of in perpetuity since the aftermath of the election. Every single time people say, hey, Are you the Joe Rogan of the left? We need the Joe Rogan of the left. How do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this? Like, they don't realize that it's not just about like how the Democrats have fallen behind on not having like a network of influencers, but also it's the policies. And it kind of feels like the Democrats are not in changing their policies at all, but they're simply trying to create a faucet of, Democrat aligned liberal content creators who are going to sometimes attack. Is it effing again? It's just a mini stutter. It happens every now and then. Calm down. Like, we need, bro, even me and nobody got shit on for it because I posted the headline on my IG and one of those creators attacked me in the journal saying I was spreading misinfo and the article was bogus and the people were suing. Like, okay, buddy. I mean, they're not suing anybody from what I understand. They're not doing that at all. They're just simply saying that the article's been debunked and they're moving on from it. But are you cosplaying as a gay mechanic? Yeah. Yeah, the article is pretty basic. It's pretty basic. It's the exact same type of article that you would see from a media outlet about like Republican operatives, which, by the way, I think there should be more investigations into the dark money networks on the Republican side, right? And there are, but it's crazy that people have just instead of attacking the actual claims being made, or not even the claims, but like tackling the new information that has been revealed in the article. I wish that they would just like. I think it would have been much nicer if they and much more productive if they were like, yeah, we're getting money from the same people that have these PACs that are funding other like Democrat Party initiatives, but that's because there's an endless, unlimited money faucet on the Republican media ecosystem. That's the reason why we're doing it, and we should be more transparent about it. We should be more transparent about the funding sources, but overall, these contracts were a little bit too rigid, and we're not going to follow through on that. Of course, we don't want to maintain any sort of editorial control over these influencers, because ultimately it's best to keep these people independent. Like, ironically enough, the thing that they're yelling at Taylor Lorenz about, being a part of like a nonpartisan, publicly funded, or not publicly funded, but like public nonprofit grant system in the Omidyar network, if that was how this chorus operation looked like, I think there would be less issues, Like the two major components in this. The two major components in this that are frustrating is like, one, like the level of control that these contracts have over content creators, even if unenforced. The very fact that they have this contractual these lines written into the contract is just like completely ridiculous. Okay, bro has the tarp laid out in the corner. What tarp? That's number one. And number two, the fact that like nobody disclosed that they were getting funded by this group is also ridiculous. I think it's unacceptable. Like, and I don't like that. I don't like the way that people have reacted to it at all. Because like it came across as like very. The reason why I don't like the way people reacted to it at all is because it came across as like hyper partisan and almost damn near identical to the way that like anti-intellectual Republicans respond to shit. Okay. Like it was somewhat reactionary. I don't know. Well, that TikTok lady said that they have daily meetings to get fed talking points. That was a major red flag. I don't know if any people pointed out. I did. I pointed it out. I thought that was also strange as well. Yeah, and Jasmine Crockett also responded to it as well. Jasmine Crockett is right. We're done amplifying the false and misleading wire story. Let's get back to work. This just means that y'all are becoming more effective than they'd like for y'all to be. Keep pushing and stop amplifying her bootleg story. Jasmine Crockett for US just waited on my story to defend the influencers who did not disclose the dark money funding. The funny thing about this, says Zana, this whole thing is that the actual story itself is pretty unsurprising. Run-of-the-mill dark money politicking, but the reactions to it from those implicated in it make the whole story much, much worse. Yeah. it's crazy. I don't know. I just think that I think that there needs to be some serious reconsiderations in the aftermath of this election loss, and it kind of feels like the Democrats are not making those serious reconsiderations and redesigning the way that they do politics, and instead they're just saying, oh, we should just put some of these we should put some of the money into like independent media in the same way that they like in the same way that they have like a consultant class that operates within the mainstream media infrastructure. People that go on MSNBC, CNN, and all those other panels, they thought, it'd be better if we just like funded some of these influencers to also become like MSNBC pundit style influencers, Smoking on that Ahmed al-Rawhi pack with Asman. That's so funny, dude. Yeah, you're right. A foreign nation engaging in an illegal assassination of the entire government of another foreign nation with your fucking tax dollars is actually a cause for celebration. That's loser speak, brother. You have nothing. You will never get health care. Your life is dog shit. Your parents somehow had a better existence than you, right? And your material conditions are deteriorating in real time. And like a fucking fly to shit, you just gravitate towards like all of these different unlimited violence moments from sometimes the United States of America and other times not even the US, but like US's number one ally in the region, number one asset in the region, Israel. And you're like, well, at least if we don't have anything else, at least, Israel's being violent to other countries. Sick. Sick. That's cool, man. Keep rooting for Israel to be able to blow up politicians without any sort of scrutiny whatsoever. Maybe one day they'll start, killing. Well, they have killed American citizens already. Maybe they'll just like keep killing more American citizens as well. Who knows? They're just unrestrained. They can do whatever they want. They're unaccountable anyway. One must ask the question, like, how much has your life improved since then? Has your life improved at all? Or are things getting worse? God, Republicans are so stupid, man. Just actually so stupid. They don't care. They just want your attention because you always give it. Okay, you got my attention, but your life still sucks. What do you mean? Like do you not understand that that's even, that is so pathetic. That's even more pathetic than like celebrating Israel's mass assassination protocols. Like it's just so fucking, that's even more pathetic than that. And the other thing is already still incredibly pathetic. What is this?
Better example lately of the depths of the literacy and comprehension crisis we are in than the responses that I have seen to this article. The kids can't read and the adults cannot comprehend what it is they are reading. That is, if they even read this article in its entirety.
That's true.
This article, depending on how quickly you read, is about a 4 to 8 minute long read.
What the hell? Did I just lose internet? No, it's the fucking Chatterino that got busted for some reason. Or wait, no, did I lose internet? What's happening? What's going on? Oh, uh-oh. I'm still here. Uh-oh. What the hell? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Or am I frozen? Oh, you guys are saying yes. Okay, it's literally fine. That's crazy because my internet is just, it seems to me like the internet's gone. And I'm glad that you guys can see and hear me, but I don't have any internet. What the fuck's going on? That's wild. That's incredible. It's not even Michigan internet, chat. It's the fucking bag. I'm using the bag right now. And the bag's download capabilities have stopped. But at least there's still upload, I guess. So that's cool. So at least you guys can still see me for now. Michigan internet is better than LA internet. I don't know about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that's the case. Okay. I've been all around. There's yeah, my upload is still consistent. Download has been completely cooked. No download whatsoever. And I don't know what it is. Download being fucked before upload is the first? No, it's because I'm using the backpack. I'm using the backpack, and the backpack itself is just ass. Use your iPhone to stream, Haas. I can't. There's issues. Restart stream? No. I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to do is probably reroute it for a second and then try to stream off of maybe not the backpack, but the room, the hotel room Wi-Fi again if this problem persists. Come on, just give me some goddamn download, please. Are there issues with download on the backpack? Right now I have upload, but no DL. It's strange using the router function for stream. I wonder if they get I wonder if the upload gets or the download gets rate limited. You know what I mean? I could totally see that happening. Like maybe they just rate limit the download because they're like, this is a fucking backpack for live streaming. Why do you need so much download? So like it got to a point. I love hearing his inner monologue. It's not even. IT teacher is getting PTSD from Hasan's explanations. Yeah. Let's see. Now the DL is cooked on the fucking backpack. Where are you at? Aren't we leaving soon? I mean, we're supposed to be moving out to go. We're supposed to be moving out to go and link up with the mayor in a second. So, oh my God, I'm so fucking annoyed, dude. God damn it. I can never do anything. I can't do shit up in this bitch. God damn. Every single time something has to suck dick and ass. Ay, ay, ay. I can't even fucking. All right. I'm gonna swap it again. I'm gonna swap it one more fucking time. Jesus Christ. I'm going to swap it to the BRB screen and then reroute the internet to the hotel internet with the hopes that it actually doesn't fucking, with the hopes that it actually works better now somehow. We're on a dream. It's just it's a dream, but hopefully it'll work. Okay, chat, just hold on one sec. What? Yeah, the backpack stopped working now. So now it's just the backpack router download stopped working. All right, I'm back now and I'm using the guest Wi-Fi now. So we'll see if it fucking works, but anyway, just all right, bye. Can you ask the hotel to give us like at least, all right, never mind. Get your own modem router and T-Mobile home internet. Dude, I already have that. That's what I was using as a backup, as a failsafe, and it failed. Anyway, now we're on the hotel Wi-Fi again. So hopefully it'll work. Okay? Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it won't get cooked. Anyway, let's just watch this.
Comprehension crisis we are in. Then
this is
the
hold on, I gotta pee.
That I have seen to this article. The kids can't read and the adults cannot comprehend what it is they are reading. That is, if they even read this article in its entirety. This article, depending on how quickly you read, is about a 4 to 8 minute videos that I post are anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes long, and my analytics show that people cannot make it past 23 seconds, 28 if I'm lucky. So I know for a fact the vast majority of people did not sit down and read this article in its entirety, and their responses are a reflection of that. Let's start with this clickbait headline that uses the word dark money as an obvious appeal to your emotion. This is clickbait. This phrase, dark money, was used to intentionally allude to some type of nefarious, underhanded activity going on. Dark money group. Focus on that. Let's go look at quickly what dark money actually is. You're an adult, you can read. Actually, let me just read it to you. Funds raised for the purpose of influencing elections by nonprofit organizations that are not required to disclose the identities of their donors. Taylor knows the organization she's talking about. Chorus and the 1630. She could have easily put that in the headlines. Chorus and the 1630 are secretly funding high-profile Democratic influencers, which we'll get into the rest of this. She could have put that in the headline. However, she knew dark money would be a clickbait headline to get you to click on the article.
Wait, what? But that is what it is. Wait, what the hell? I thought this person was like making a reasonable criticism. 1630 is dark money. That's what it is. The 1630 fund is literally dark money. When she started off with the whole like, there's no media literacy anymore, it's really frustrating, we're in a crisis where people cannot think critically, I was like, all right, she's gonna cook.
Because you do not know something exists does not mean it is kept from you. The sheer magnitude of information that is out there, readily available at your fingertips, but some of y'all do not take the time, care, or energy to go out and research. The depths of all of that could fill an ocean. Several, in fact. Let's move on to the byline. All they have to do is keep it secret and agree to restrictions on their content. If you are not a content creator or an influencer and have never signed on to an agency to be a part of a cohort or signed on to some type of brand deal, this is going to sound especially heinous to you. However, these are part of the restrictions that several...
Yo, that's crazy. Yes, if you're doing... Yes, for example, as someone who gets sponsorships from video game companies, there is a level of editorial control, but it's completely public. You have to say #ad. You have to disclose that you're sponsored by the company that's sponsoring you. When it comes to political advocacy, it's in a murky territory, so there's no legal obligation. Okay? That's number one. Number two, in terms of political advocacy being sponsored, I already have a issue with that in any case. Like I think that's like across the board, I have an issue with that regardless. Okay? So that's also frustrating because I think you're objectively not independent any longer when you get sponsored. A sponsor has like any sort of editorial control over it. I don't understand. Like this doesn't debunk. Every single debunking of the article that I've seen is not a debunking at all. I know it's effing a little bit. Okay. It's just going to be in and out. Just micro, chill. Hopefully. What I don't understand is like these people are not even getting paid. Half of the people that are criticizing the article are not even getting paid by Chorus or 1630 or any of these other like subsidiaries, or maybe they are, I don't know, but like I don't understand why influencers are defending a structure, like political commentators or people who want to become political commentators are defending the structure of non-disclosure agreements that are designed for political advocacy. I feel like that is really bad. Okay? It's especially bad because next week when there's another investigative reporting piece that comes out on the Republican side, because this is an identical design to how they operate, how are you going to come out and be like, wow, this is really fucked up. Look at these guys. They're grifters. They're getting paid to say these things. We knew that already. You can't say that anymore because you've been caught. You've been caught saying, no, it's good. It's good that we are doing this. It's actually a good thing that we're getting it's good that we're getting funded and not it's good that we're getting funded and not disclosing that funding. And it's good that there's like editorial control potentially. That's baked into the contract. What the hell? But what's extra crazy is the fact that people who are simply watchers, not those who engage in political advocacy or not those who are engaging in like the content creation side of things, are also saying, nah, this is a good thing. Bro, that I don't understand at all because you're literally just watching this stuff. You're not even getting the bag from the DNC or getting the bag from any of these like big donors. You're just simply, as someone who is a watcher, saying, no, I want my favorite content creators to not disclose to me who's funding them, or I want my favorite content creators to get the bag, but also simultaneously potentially have editorial control over what they're saying to me. It's very strange. Like it's extra strange. It's extra strange when it's actually a watcher who says, no, this is a good thing.
Us when we sign on to do certain things, there are restrictions and requirements in those clauses as part of being a part of that brand deal. This is not nefarious. This is what plenty of you also sign on to as it pertains to your job. In the article, she name drops several influencers repeatedly. However, she never once disclosed who in particular these specific influencers are who even signed onto this contract. She references a group chat that these influencers were on who were reached out to by Chorus, but it was never disclosed in the entire article who actually signed on to be a part of Chorus. She is floating the names of all of these influencers without providing you a single shred of evidence that any of them are a part of the Chorus network or the 1630 network. In this article, she says the faces of several well-known influencers were featured prominently on the Chorus website beneath the giant donate button. Who, Taylor? Journalism, accurate journalism, good journalism, journalism with a level of integrity would have included either a screenshot of these influencers or their names. She includes neither, but instead...
Wait, what? It's so, like, good journalism would... should she have just, like, made stuff up? I don't understand. Like, there are sources in the article, and some of them are not going to reveal themselves. And that's a very normal part of the process. Like I've said, there's 3 different ways that a journalist, okay, will have sources in the article. Number 1, and the most common, is on the record, okay? If someone is on the record as a source, you just say who they are. You say their exact quotes in the article itself. You say what their job is, whatever. Give a little bit of background detail. The second is off the record. Okay, where there is a level of anonymity. There is a level of anonymity afforded to your source. Okay, now when it's off the record, you can still sometimes offer additional details to showcase the credibility of the source that you spoke to say, like, this person is knowledgeable because of A, B, C, or D, right? And then the last one is on background. Okay, this is journalism 101. On background means that you can't reveal any information about your source. Some people are worried about financial, or even in certain instances, like criminal repercussions, and like a violation of an NDA or something. So, like, they will give you information on background. Now, on background information is important because it's important for the verification process. Okay, it's important for the verification process. So it gives you additional information about the story that you're writing. Okay, you understand it well, Hasan? I am a political commentator for the past 12 years professionally, and also wrote for the Huffington Post, a contributor back in the day as well. Like, I of course I understand this process. I didn't study journalism in college, but it was a part of it. It was a part of my academic journey. Okay, this is pretty basic stuff. I'm a poli-sci major. I'm a comms and communication major. It wasn't journalism, but I learned about journalism as well. So that's it. You can offer anonymity. You can offer complete anonymity, and then, like, if something is off the record, it's just like you're not supposed to, it's just not something that you are going to reveal, right? I think I said that part correctly. I don't know if I fucked that part up. But basically, like I said, on the record, off the record, and on background. On background is the one that offers additional anonymity. And even when someone is on the record, there can still be a level of anonymity afforded to... What is this? There's still a level of anonymity afforded if your sources require it. Having said that, okay? All of that is still privately investigated in a regular news outlet by the editorial team and fact checkers, and even sometimes the legal team. Okay? So it's not just like someone writing fake bullshit in an article, because otherwise then this outlet would lose their credibility. Okay? This outlet would lose their credibility. They could potentially get sued. There are major repercussions for just, like, faking information. You kind of, it's no longer connected to that, so you can pull it out. I think it's connected to the charger though. The charger's connected to the mount. So the reason why Taylor didn't like reveal who the sources are is for multiple different reasons. It could be because no, not even unless you're Fox News. Even Fox News doesn't do this. This is pretty basic. Okay, this is basic shit. Fox News is actual, not editorial team, but like Fox News' actual news team will also do this. It's just basic journalism 101. So they have fact checkers themselves. They have a legal team themselves. And they absolutely will get quotes. They will get background information about whatever the fuck they're covering, and they won't always reveal it because sometimes your sources don't want to reveal themselves. Sometimes your sources don't want to reveal even what their job is, right? So on background is even different than like an anonymous on the record quote. On background means you're just getting additional information to put the story together without revealing anything about your sources, even though that information will be sent to the editorial team. That information will be sent to the fact checkers. So it is on them to ensure the veracity of the information that is presented. So it doesn't make any sense for her to be like, why aren't you revealing who these people are?
And appeals to your emotion by allowing you to think that the people she named earlier that she referenced in a private group chat signed on to Chorus and the 1630, but has provided zero evidence. She only brings up one person, and the person she addresses is not even on their website. She asked for her image and her name to be removed and no longer used on fundraising purposes. If this was such a secret, nefarious, dark money organization, why is all of the information about them available? Why can you hop online?
Does she not know what dark money is? I don't think she understands what this word means. Okay? Let's explain something. A dark money organization can still, it's still a public organization that you know exists, like super PACs, for example. Okay? The part of it that makes it dark money is that the funders are not disclosed, like the actual major donors are not disclosed. So once again, this is relying on the audience that's receiving this information, not knowing the difference, and therefore, go back, she describes what she thinks it is. Yeah, that's not saying 1630 Fund is a dark money organization is not incorrect. Okay? Here, let's go to open secrets. This is basic stuff, all right? Dark money refers to spending meant to influence political outcomes where the source of the money is not disclosed. Okay? Dark money makes actions. PACs, politically active nonprofits such as 501c4s, are generally under no legal obligation to disclose their donors, even if they spend to influence elections. When they choose not to reveal, they're considered dark money groups. Okay? She read this, bro. Okay, I don't understand why she is just like saying like this is not a dark money, this is out and about. You can know what the name of the PAC is, you can know what their political advocacy looks like, but you just still don't know who's funding. Opaque nonprofits and shell companies may give unlimited amounts of money to super PACs. While super PACs are legally required to disclose their donors, some of these groups are effectively dark money outlets when the bulk of their funding cannot be traced back to the original donor. That's it. That's it. What's going on?
And find all of this information that she is in the article. Let's go back to her byline. An initiative aimed at boosting Democrats online offers influencers up to $8,000 a month to push line. Hold on to that. To push the party line. Creators in the program are not allowed to use any funds or resources that they receive as part of the program to make content that supports or opposes any political candidate or campaign without express authorization from Chorus in advance and in writing per the contract. If Taylor has no evidence of content creators and influencers who have signed on to Chorus, where is the evidence that these content creators and influencers are creating content that toes the party line? Where is the why?
Okay. Once again, it's in the contract. It is a part of the contractual obligation. And as far as I've seen, no one has actually discredited the veracity of these. They're not even claims, the veracity of these statements. Okay. Like, this is. Like, that's not. That is just reading the contract. And then instead of just like uploading the contract itself, because in many circumstances, I mean, you don't do that. You don't just like that's not journalism, right? Journalism isn't WikiLeaks. I mean, WikiLeaks is journalism, but like journalism isn't always just done like WikiLeaks, where you find this evidence or you find this like legal contract and you just like upload it in full. Okay. Journalism is reading the contract, making sure that it's actually a real contract by going to other sources and then figuring out if they've had similar contracts that look exactly like this one, taking it to your editorial team, taking it to your fact checkers, having them go through it, having your legal team go through it, and then writing about the most interesting parts about the contract in the article itself. Okay, it's not about uploading the contract. What the fuck are we talking about? The idea is that you're not kind of like saying, it's kind of like saying in this day and age, because people are so fucking oblivious to how journalism is supposed to be conducted, being like, well, someone just went there and wrote down what they experienced. How am I supposed to know? Pixar, it didn't happen. It's like, okay, but what the fuck are you supposed to do? Then why are there any journalists at all? Then everything should be CCTV footage going forward. If there's no CCTV footage, then you can't trust the journalist at all, right? Well, I haven't seen the proof, so I don't believe it. Okay, but the entire purpose of mainstream media outlets is that they're supposed to be accountable to the public. They're supposed to abide by certain codes of conduct so that you can trust the actual outlet. So you can trust the veracity of their reporting, the accuracy of their reporting. I basically described all of this shit when even talking about the New York Times the first time I looked at this video. And it's so crazy that people just simply said, this was a debunked article and Hasan is fucking stupid for just reading it without exercising any scrutiny whatsoever towards this thing. I genuinely don't understand. How much we have succumbed, even on the left flank of American politics, to anti-intellectual thought, to just totally dropping any notion of what credible reporting is supposed to look like. All you got to do is like attack this person, and if they have enough enemies, if they're, if they have a decent amount of enemies, you can like very easily do so. You didn't critique it because Taylor is your stand and you want the ego stroke according to the left. Yeah, that's psychotic. There are plenty of journalists that uncover information about shit that I think is worthy for the public to know. Matthew Petty is a great example of this. Like, I mean, he wrote for Reason magazine, right? That's a libertarian magazine, but he uncovered, alongside Brace Belden and some other people, these emails between Jeffrey Epstein and like former Prime Minister of Israel Ehud Barak. These were hacked emails. They revealed it and they talked about it. And I don't agree with Matthew Petty's worldview, but it doesn't fucking change my mind about the accuracy of his reporting, right? It's so stupid. I'm standing on the principles that I abide by, the principles that I believe. Here, Emma's right. Wired has been one of the most reputable outlets in 2025, breaking major stories about Doge. Oh shit! Oh, it's upside down too. Oh no! Oh fuck! Okay, we gotta swap it. Shit! God damn it, dude! What the fuck's going on? My life is in shambles currently, chat. I'm not gonna lie, it is not good. Yeah, one of the coffees that I had just fucking fell and flipped. I don't even know how that's possible. No, not yet. Hold on, I'm gonna flip it right now. Okay, you can take it now. Anyway, yeah, Wired has been one of the most reputable outlets in 2025, breaking major stories about Doge, finding metadata showing the Epstein cell video was edited, etc. They have editors and likely lawyers that consult before publication. Gonna need a better excuse than fake news. And that's exactly in the beginning. But it almost feels like, oh shit, is it effing? It almost feels like we're in this like different time now, where that is all it takes. Like fake news is all it takes, especially if you like these guys, or you're just motivated by the fears that that Republicans are doing worse. So you're willing to basically drop a lot of shit that you otherwise would criticize the Republicans over when it's your side doing it. Chorus complained and Wired still didn't issue a correction. That says it all. Reporting like this requires extensive due diligence. Where's the media literacy on the liberal side? Maybe because their favorite creators don't exactly teach critical thinking. Chorus reached out post-publication and Wired has not issued a single correction or retraction to the story. They updated a part of the story to add statements coming from Chorus, who, once again, a journalist will reach out to the subject. Not always, but she did. They just chose not to comment until the story was out. Chorus reached out post-publication and Wired has not issued a single correction or retraction on the story. Our reporting was based on copies of contracts, internal emails, text messages included discussing the deal, a recorded Zoom onboarding session, and testimony from 1630 creators. But there has been a fucking faucet of liberal content creators like just simply saying, nah, it's fake news. And then people just take that for granted. Oh, thank you. And it's crazy. It's crazy that they, like, there's people that think that that's a retraction, which it's not. Right. So that was annoying to watch people say as well. Like a retraction is something different, and retractions do happen. Like it's a part of the process. You know what I mean? You see the Pod Johns getting into it and defending it with Emma. Yeah, I did see that. Like I said, it's been somewhat disappointing to see a lot of people that, you know, I'm cordial with, and it almost feels like some of these defenses kind of prove the issue with like dark money funding in political influence campaigns, because like they just are straight up defending on principle why this exists and why it's a good thing, and muddying the waters in terms of the otherwise totally fucking responsible and good journalism that took place in this. March, are you ready to flip it? All right, I'm gonna flip it right now, and then we're gonna move on. So this is a real honor.
We appreciate you.
We got, you're the first Muslim mayor of Dearborn, which is the most Muslim populated city in America, right? Do I get that right?
Largest concentration.
Largest concentration.
Of Arabs and
yeah.
Muslims.
So I've heard a lot about Dearborn. I've never been until yesterday. I guess like technically, Abdullah Syed was the first person to take me out a little bit, and he got me acquainted with at least one of the gyms here.
Yeah.
I heard you work out as well.
Hype, yeah.
Yeah. Is that where you work out?
I work out several gyms.
Okay.
There's a strong gym culture in Dearborn.
Yeah, no, I see
And
that.
so Hype is one of the, it started out as a local nonprofit in our city. Obviously you might have met Ali.
Yeah.
He did a phenomenal job with a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Turned into the gym that you saw today. So between there and the city has a gym as well.
Okay. So, and we're here at Tahamas?
Tahamas.
And what kind of, is this a Lebanese place?
Yeah, it's a Lebanese place. But
You're
Tahamas,
Lebanese?
I'm Lebanese, yeah, 100%. Tahamas is it's actually a land between Saudi Arabia and Yemen. But the owner, who's not here, is actually on vacation for the first time. Makes the best shawarma in my perspective. So this is my favorite restaurant in the city.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna be the judge of that. Let's see.
I know you got Deerborn Meat Market yesterday.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was great.
Too.
Yeah.
But I think you missed out on the experience of Deerborn Meat Market.
Yeah, well, they were busy. They were doing catering, so we didn't get to experience it fully. Yeah. But I'm very stoked. So you got a bunch of stuff that you have lined up for us to show us around.
Yeah.
And we'll get a little bit of shawarma first, and then we're just walk around, right? That's what we're doing.
We'll go around. We'll take you to some of the spots, show you maybe a side that people don't often speak about when they talk about Dearborn.
Yeah.
Obviously, coffee culture is big here too. I know they lined you up for some Yemeni coffee. I heard you talk about it as well.
I had some this morning. Mocha, I think is the place.
Okay. We got like 46 independent shops in Dearborn.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
Yemeni people love. I was joking about this yesterday, but they love opening up coffee shops right next to one another, and they're always slammed, they're always packed.
It works, especially in a city like this, where in other cities you might see bars opening up back to back to back. For us, the Sahara scene, the night scene is very casual conversation.
Yeah.
What do you want to eat? Are you a chicken? Are you a beef?
Well, what's your best? What's your favorite? Like I'm
a classic meat shawarma, a side of Cajun fries. Chicken shawarma is really good. His chicken burger is really good.
We'll get the meat. We'll get the beef shawarma.
Okay. You want to try one and one?
Sure. Why not? Let's do it.
All right.
Okay. This man eats all the chicken in existence. I do eat a lot. But yeah, here, while Abdullah is getting us the food, I'll give you guys. Abdullah Hammoud is the first Arab American, Lebanese, and first Muslim mayor of Dearborn, as well as the second youngest mayor in the city's history. What do I want? What do we got?
You got water. You got. I don't drink pop, but I don't know if you do.
They got Diet Pepsi in there or no?
I got Diet Coke.
Nah, no Diet Coke. It's BDS.
Diet Pepsi. There you go.
All right, I'll have a Diet Pepsi. Thank you. You don't drink Coke?
I don't drink pop, period.
You don't drink pop?
No, yeah. I don't do caffeine.
Oh, you don't do any caffeine?
No, I don't do coffee.
Wait, why?
I just never got there. I do periodic tea every once in a while. Otherwise, it's water, sparkling water, and that's pretty much it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
no caffeine is wild.
Yeah.
Like health reasons too, or no? Just
never. Yeah, I undergrad used to do the Monster energy drinks and such.
Okay,
gave that all up at like 20. I haven't touched it since.
Okay. All right. So you're the second. Who's the youngest mayor?
Mayor Guido. Mayor Guido, Italian mayor. He got elected in '87. He was younger than me by about 3 months. Both got elected around 31.
Okay. So wait, how old are you now?
35.
You're 35 and you got elected when you were
31.
31. Okay. So Zoran is not even going to be younger than you technically. I mean, he's
How
not.
old is he?
I mean, he's my age. He's 33, 34.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but city of 9 million is quite a different feat.
Well, I mean, you got 109,000. 109,000. See, I got some Dearborn facts.
It is the greatest city in America, though. I have to say that.
Dearborn is.
As much as
I feel like you're a little biased.
Obviously.
I feel like you're
for good reason. For good reason.
Yeah. So you were born and raised here?
Born and raised here. My mother came here in the early 70s. She was about 4 when she migrated over with her family. My father came early 80s. They met here, and the rest is history, as they say. Second oldest of 5 children.
So how was living here like post 9/11, growing up?
It was
This was a heavily surveilled environment, right?
It was, yeah. Especially if you think about back then, there was the NSEERS program, the National Security Entry Exit Registration. This was the first Muslim registry that was actually established.
Yeah.
Obama finally did away with it at the end of his second term.
Yeah.
But a lot of folk from the city went down to downtown Detroit to register themselves. Highly surveilled, and the federal government said Dearborn was one of the most surveilled cities in all of America.
Yeah.
Places of worship, schools, so on and so forth. And so for us, though, Dearborn is somewhat of a bubble where we looked out for one another, regardless of whether you were Arab or non-Arab, as long as you were united by the fact that you're from Dearborn. So that was pretty beautiful to see.
I feel like, given that there's a big Muslim community here, one thing that I was talking to some people about was the fact that like many people in Michigan are just like they're aware of like Arab culture, Muslim culture in general. So there's like less discrimination towards that. I feel like in your travels, you've been around, I assume. Do you feel like it's less welcoming in other places, than it is in Michigan broadly?
I think it really depends. We're on Warren Avenue, which is a predominantly Arab American business corridor. You'll see a lot of businesses here with signage in both English and Arabic. We used to host what was called the Arab American Festival. 250,000 people would come out for a weekend. It was canceled about 15 years ago. And the reason was, now the street is a public right-of-way. There were these protesters that came with pigs' heads on spears. And with signs that said, we've dipped our bullets in pig's blood, so when we shoot you, you go to Jahannam, you go to hell.
Yeah.
And they got pelted with water bottles.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
that's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
So they had signs that said, your prophet's a pedophile, your religion is X. They ended up getting pelted by water bottles by a bunch of the youth, escorted out of the street and out of the festival. They filed a lawsuit and they won. And as a result, the city canceled the festival. And
That's
it's been
crazy.
gone for quite some time. So racism shows its face in various forms. That's the direct form.
And they were Michiganders?
These were, I can't speak to who they were, if they came from out of town or not.
Okay.
So,
Marsh, they're saying that the audio is a little bit low on the mayor's side.
the hoodie.
Yeah, you can put it on the. Oh yeah, it might be. Yeah, it was facing the wrong way. You gotta have that. Yeah, that side up. Yeah. That should be fine. That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Just a little bit here. Try that.
Perfect.
So I mean that's crazy experience. Like you were young when that was happening.
Yeah, I was a teenager. But
Yeah.
even then, a lot of us post 9/11, whenever we left the city as teenagers, we gave ourselves nicknames. I wasn't shouting, Abdullah in some other cities. And even at 16, went to a neighboring city. They had a city festival. We got surrounded by like 20 guys, shouting dumb stuff like, "We don't want that Middle Eastern oil. We want that British petroleum." Flicking cigarettes at us. So any type of racism, we pretty much experienced it. But I think we've far moved past those days.
Yeah. Well,
To some capacity.
I feel like that's what I thought too.
So is here in different ways.
When Mehmet Öz was running
Yeah.
against Fetterman as a Republican,
Yeah.
and he's a Muslim dude, right? I mean, he's Turkish. I thought, oh wow, this is like a true change of attitude in America in terms of like Islamophobia. But it seems like a lot of those attitudes were just kind of, they weren't necessarily left behind. They weren't completely eradicated. They were just like waiting for an opportunity to strike. Because I feel like post October 7, that, at least in my experience, I've seen that repackaged Islamophobia pretty aggressively.
Oh, absolutely. And for some reason, when it's racism against Muslim people, it's a phobia. As opposed to, something else. I can tell you in 2021, when we ran for office, in the general election, ran against a non-Arab, non-Muslim. His slogan was that he would be the mayor for all of Deerborn.
Oh yeah.
And that somehow, indirectly speaking to the fact that I could not be a mayor for all of Dearborn.
Yeah, you were there just for the Arabs, just for the Muslims.
Correct. And people
Okay.
forget Dearborn is 60% minority, so 55% Arab American, 5% Black, Hispanic, 40% white. So
Yeah.
very diverse city.
So let's talk about the history of Dearborn, Michigan, because I didn't even know this until yesterday. But apparently it was originally Henry Ford that brought in a big chunk of the Arab population here. Is that correct?
There was a big recruitment effort with some of the Lebanese communities decades ago. There was actually a Turfi family that was big on bringing Lebanese folk. They were a Lebanese family, brought a lot of folk from Lebanon here for a job in the line. My grandfather, when he came in '74, came in pursuit of a job.
So it wasn't Henry Ford. It was like after that. It was.
Yeah, Henry Ford working with folks in the community at the time who've been here for a long time.
Okay.
And then people got a job either in the auto itself or an indirect job in the autos. When my dad came in the '80s, he was largely a truck driver, delivering steel for a company, for an auto adjacent company.
Was he a union member?
My father was not at the
No.
time.
But I assume a lot of people that do work in the factories, they are like prominent and a part of the UAW.
Absolutely. The largest local is actually Local 600 in the south end of Dearborn.
Yeah, and that's and that's comprised of a diverse group of people, and not just like because the thing is like a lot of
American.
a lot of people think like unions. When you think of like hard hat wearing union guys, the idea is like white coal miners in West Virginia. People don't realize that unions are very diverse. I mean, America is a very diverse country,
Correct.
right? So like, of course, unions that are going to reflect. Unions are, of course, going to reflect that diversity as well. And, I'm just saying this to dispel the notion that, like, for the most part, unions are just, like, comprised of white people. As a matter of fact, there's a higher union participation in the black community than the white community, amongst the white working class as opposed to the black working class.
Yeah. No, you have a large number of Arab Americans who are union members or union retirees within our city. My uncles, many of my cousins, many friends currently active within the UAW.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to see. These are a lot of the jobs that put food on the table for so many of us. And as you know, for our communities, chain migration is a big thing, family migration is a big thing. Once you're able to provide for one family, we start bringing folk over. And
Yeah.
in Dearborn, what you find
You're
is...
gonna scare the white folk listening. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I knew it."
What you find is a lot of
knew it.
multi-generational households. So
Yeah.
3 generations living in one home to all support one another.
Yeah. Someone's asking me about the racist Mayor Hubbard, who in the 70s brought Arabs to East Dearborn to use the border between Detroit and the whites in West Dearborn. Dearborn was a sundown town. Fucked history. Is that true?
Yeah, Dearborn was a sundown town. In fact, Hubbard at the time coined the term called keep Dearborn clean. Essentially meant keep it white. There were many deeds back in the day that said you're not allowed to sell your home to a black family. And Hubbard was a notorious segregationist and a big bigot. We actually took down, there was a Hubbard Manor West and East, which were senior buildings. We took his name off those buildings and replaced them with 2 people who deserve to be recognized. Not without disagreement from many of folk today. In fact, Tireman Road, which used to serve basically as a border between Dearborn and Detroit, used to have its own form of border patrol, where you had police along that border stopping anybody that came across from Detroit to Dearborn.
So like the Klan almost.
It's almost, it was like a border patrol unit.
Wow.
Now we actually, this is our 4th year since I've come into office, we're actually hosting a block party on that street, jointly between Dearborn and Detroit. This is the 4th year that we've done it to celebrate the fact that Dearborn is the city with the longest border with the city of Detroit, and we understand that when Detroit thrives, so does Dearborn.
Yeah.
And so we're really proud of that. We built a lot strong relations, hopefully, with the Detroit community.
What's your favorite aspect of growing up here? Like something that people don't know about Dearborn.
Honestly, it's like the garage scene. For many of us, the garage is not a place where we park our cars. It's a place where you have to hang out. And so, sitting with your family, with your relatives in the summer months, cup of tea, watermelon, Arabic desserts, you're really enjoying yourself. That's the atmosphere. That's the Dearborn that most folk don't know.
You got a sweet tooth?
Chocolate and cheesecake are
Good.
my vices.
Good, me too. I got a sweet tooth.
There's a pizza shop here that actually uses the pizza oven to make one of the best Lebanese desserts.
What's the Lebanese dessert you're talking about?
Marshouche.
What?
Marshouche.
Marshouche.
Or asmaliya.
Okay, I have no idea
It's
what that is.
so good.
I don't know what the Turkish equivalent of that is. Maybe there isn't
It's
one.
kind of like phyllo dough wrapped with cheese. The Turkish desserts, there's a lot of those kind
Oh
of
yeah,
desserts.
we do have a lot of that for
We got
sure.
a few Turkish restaurants opening up now.
Wow.
I think we're at 3 or 4.
Just
I
you
don't know how
wait.
authentic.
Just you wait before. I mean, Turkish people, when they come out to America, they won't say that they're like a Turkish restaurant. They'll either say they're Lebanese,
Yeah.
or they'll even with like yogurt, they'll be like, it's Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
So-
So these have Turkish in their name. So Galata
Yeah.
is the first one that opened up.
Galata.
Yeah. And they opened up a second location in Sterling Heights. Turkish Village is the other restaurant.
Oh wow.
And I
Okay.
forget the name of the dessert shop. It's a unique Turkish brand that they brought over.
Unique Turkish bread that they brought.
Brand. It's a
brand.
brand of ice cream.
Oh, is it Modo?
I
Could be.
wish I could tell
Because
you.
Turkish ice cream is different. Like the ones that do the tricksters, the guys on the street that are like, oh, you want it? Nope, you can't have it. Like that is that's a specific type of ice cream that's like done that has like almost like a mastic gum-like feature to it. It's very it's different.
What have you enjoyed about it so far?
So far, I mean, the food's great. The people are dope. I went to Hamtramck yesterday for the Detroit City
DCFC,
Football Club. Yeah, that was amazing. It felt like I just like went into a different, like a pocket universe, where all of a sudden it's just like, because I grew up in Turkey watching American TV, and I had this mindset that like, all these different towns in this country have like unique community organizing and community events that they all participate in, from all the children to down to the adults and the seniors. And I've yet to see that in like any of the big cities, obviously, because there's not a lot of that kind of community. There's not a big like communal aspect to living in Los Angeles or even in places like New Jersey. Whereas like that felt like Friday Night Lights. I don't know if you watched that before.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and that was really cool. It was really cool to give people something to do, and give people an event, an organized event that they can all partake in, and I think that's really important for the neighborhood. And obviously, like a lot of enclaves, a lot of places where there are a lot of migrants. Initially, like first generation, second generation migrant populations, they already do that, but it's cool to see it in a diverse environment like that. And I feel like Dearborn, I suspect, has something like that too.
It's
right?
100,000 people, but it's got that small town feel.
Yeah.
Everything from grocery shopping. You can't go anywhere without anybody knowing who your parents are, your grandparents are, your aunts, your uncles.
Yeah, I played against your cousin. Yesterday, I played basketball against your cousin. He's not bad. He's pretty good. I think he's like 14, 15, 16, I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
What, how many cousins you got?
A lot. My parents had 5 children, and that was one of the smallest amongst the siblings. Each one of 7 or 8 siblings.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
we got to keep that going the next generation.
Yeah. Acting like New Jersey doesn't have towns with vibrant communities is crazy. Everybody gets in their feelings. Frogan says my dad has 17 brothers and sisters. That's crazy.
Rashida's one of 14.
Wow.
She's the oldest.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I grew up with many of her brothers.
Yeah. Everybody knows everybody here.
Yeah.
I like that. That's very cool.
That's the cool part.
Yeah.
We look out for one another, whether you're related by blood or not.
Even the DCFC guy, like we were talking to the CEO.
Sean Mann.
Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, I was in DC. I was working in DC with Rashida before she went to Congress.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows each other. And it's not like Hamtramck's not small, and neither is Dearborn. I mean, 109,000 is a lot of people.
Hamtramck is small. Hamtramck's 2 square miles.
Oh, but how many people live in Hamtramck?
I think like 15,000.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Hamtramck is small, but Dearborn isn't small in comparison. Correct. But it feels like everyone in this area is like interconnected in some way, which I think is cool.
I think the unique part, when people talk about Dearborn and food, which absolutely, I think we're the cuisine capital, but I think what's most important is the story of the people behind the food. Whether it's Medhat and Bilal and Sayyid Ali and Haji Maryam who make up the food here. At Dearborn Meat Market, it was Haji Hassan and his son Abe who run the shop there, Abu Mahdi on the grill. It's those figures and it's that environment, it's this atmosphere that when you get into, that you can't replicate. No matter how good the shawarma it might be elsewhere, the atmosphere is what you can't replicate.
I know, but the shawarma is important.
The shawarma is important.
We're about to see.
Listen.
We're about to see. I don't know if you do this as well, but like I grew up in Turkey, so like I always compare it to like the Turkish version of the same type of food. And I was talking with Abdullah Syed yesterday about this, like where there's always, you can tell like the differences between like the Lebanese version, like which is shawarma, versus like the Turkish version of donat. But the one type of cuisine from that same area that I don't prefer is Greek.
Okay.
That's the one.
You guys have good basturma.
Oh yeah. We
Especially
do.
in Cappadocia.
Yeah. So you've been to Turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cappadocia is beautiful.
Basturma was really good.
All right, we'll see. Turkish national? I'm not a Turkish nationalist. Okay, that's crazy. Bro, it's called missing home. Okay, calm down. You don't. Anyway.
So you did how many years in Turkey before you came over?
Oh, I grew up in Turkey, 18.
Okay. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
Totally.
I came to America at the age of 18 to come to college here. I went to University of Miami and then Rutgers in New Jersey.
Okay.
And then as soon as I was done with college, immediately came to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I've lived ever since. But
You enjoy it?
yeah, I mean, I love LA. It's got a lot of problems for sure, but it's nice. It's not bad. Could be better.
It's not Dearborn, but it's okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Well,
You blend in here. I think at some point you can walk around, people start talking Arabic to you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't speak Arabic.
I know.
I speak Turkish, but they don't do
Make
that.
the assumption.
They don't do that in LA. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, luckily there's a big Armenian population in LA, so like there is good like Turkish adjacent food. So I'm not left with that burning desire in most circumstances. Okay, now my mouth is watering. Now I'm excited. I'm stoked.
The Hammoud is a classic.
So what do we got? We got sujuk. What's makanek?
Ma'ana. Are you familiar with sujuk? Do you know what sujuk is?
Of course, we have sujuk as well.
Okay, so ma'ana is basically a non-spicy version of sujuk.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That
no
makes
spice,
sense.
no spice.
Yeah, you got lamb tongue, chicken liver, which is not my favorite. Bastırma, köfte, fried sandwich,
Salam.
falafel. And then on the subs, you got chicken sub, steak sub. What's escalope?
It's a different variation of how they cook the chicken.
Ah,
It's kind of like a breaded chicken,
oh wow, okay. What's africana?
just extra spicy.
Ah, okay. That's cool. Marsh, did you get any food?
No, but I ate before you started.
Oh, okay. All right. Chicken liver isn't bad. It's just not the best kind of liver. I'm not a big fan of liver. I think it's too gamey.
Kidney is better.
I don't like kidney either. My preference for like parts of the animal that normally Americans wouldn't eat is the intestines. Kokoreç is what we call it. It's like a super finely chopped parts of the small intestine that's like mixed with a lot of peppers, spices, onions, and
Can't say I've had that.
yeah, and then you eat it. It's like late night food.
Okay.
You go out.
Sounds heavy.
Yeah, it is, but it's awesome. It gives you a little bit of heartburn, but that's like a part of it. It's a part of the experience. You got to get that. But yeah, that's my preference. And then also chi köfte is another unique one, which is raw meatballs.
Raw meat.
Raw meatballs, yeah.
Okay.
It's like also mixed with like a lot of peppers, and the spices cook it a little bit when you're in the process of like, I guess like.
I had raw kefta yesterday.
Yeah. I had the raw meat from Deerborn Meat Market as well.
that's good.
Excellent.
This is meat tartar. That's Abe's creation.
Yeah.
He typically puts it on cool blue Doritos sometimes.
That's
Cool Ranch burritos.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, with a jalapeno.
That's so Americanized. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna be here, and then we're gonna go to a coffee shop, right? A pastry shop, coffee shop.
You doing good? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, good. How are you? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, Mr. Hada. Alhamdulillah, Habib. You take it off.
What's up, man? Hasan. Nice to meet you.
You take it off. Thank you.
Is one of the owners?
No, one of the employees.
Oh, one of the employees? Okay.
Owners in Mexico right now.
Oh, damn. What's he doing in Mexico?
He's enjoying a
Chilling?
vacation. So this shop actually shuts down also all of Ramadan.
Oh,
So
really?
during Ramadan, the owner goes to Lebanon for 30 days.
Oh, wow.
So every year, this is one joint that you cannot eat. Deerborn Meat Market also closes all of Ramadan.
Damn. No breaking the fast with Deerborn Meat Market.
No. There are a few of the rare restaurants that close during Ramadan.
Yeah.
Otherwise, most of the restaurants shift their hours. They open up at iftar time, and they'll go until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Big Muslim city.
Yeah.
So,
Ramadan here at night it's alive.
yeah. It's probably really cool. I mean, iftar is great. Imagine not wanting a shish tavuk sandwich on French bread after fasting and you can't get it. Yeah. It seems like a bummer, but it is what it is, you know?
There's another restaurant you can go to.
Yeah, I'm sure there's restaurants out here. Yeah. Okay. And then we're gonna be walking around, right?
Yeah, we can. I don't know if you're gonna jump with me in the car after this. We'll take you by St. Alphonsus Church. Just driving up right by it. St. Alphonsus Church.
We're gonna see the big mosque.
We'll go to Altar Road. It's the country's largest mosque, and it's neighbored by 3 churches actually.
Yeah.
That's what's beautiful about it. But St. Alphonsus Church, they knocked down their old school, and they built out like a green space. And in talking with the priest at that church, they just put a statue of the Lady of Fatima in the corner. the Virgin Mary. And when I talked to him about the thought process behind it, he said, we know that to the Muslim community and the Christian community of her relevance and her value. So that's the statue that they went with to that corner, which is beautiful. Altar Road will give you the Islamic Center of America, which is, I think, the country's largest mosque. My uncle is actually the imam at that mosque.
Oh, wow.
And then you got the Armenian church and 2 other churches beside it as well.
That's cool. Yeah, that's like, when you look up Deerborn, that's the thing that comes up.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, I feel like when they post that, it's to scare off
of course.
white Americans to be like, this is Dearborn.
Yeah.
Look at this big mosque.
But they
What
never
is-
talk about what's beside the mosque.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'd love for you to see. Is like we share the same parking lot. We work together whenever there's days of service. And
Yeah.
it's really beautiful. You
Also,
find
people
that
don't
many.
understand that, like, but, you know, Muslims respect the other
yeah.
Abrahamic religions. Like, the prophets are prophets as well.
Correct.
Yeah. The only difference is not like, from our understanding, it's not, Jesus is not the son of God,
Correct.
but still an important prophet.
Correct.
But people don't know that.
Yeah.
Isn't Pepsi BDS? No, Coke is BDS. Pepsi's not BDS, at least yet. It might be in the future, but right now it's good. Oh man. Tell the mayor you're a haram Muslim before he invites you to Jummah. Okay, well we can't do Jummah. It's Saturday, I think, or Sunday. Yeah, there's no Jummah on Sunday, Chad. Jummah means like literally Friday. I am a haram Muslim. I'm sorry to report.
I don't judge.
But I'm Turkish. You probably knew that already. That's how us Turks be. That's how we are. You know,
That's funny.
Turks will be like no pork, but then everything else is fine.
2 points for like almost being culturally competent.
Yeah.
You know, understanding that there is a Jummah, but not knowing that it's on Fridays.
Yeah. Chatter almost got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
What do we got here? We got the ketchup.
Nah. Straws? Straws, no. Do you want a straw?
No, I'm good. All right. What do we got here?
Beef, chicken, and beef.
Oh, we got 2 beefs and 1 chicken to
Yeah.
share.
We're gonna split the chicken.
Okay, this is already very compact. I like it. Oh, that's good. Look at that.
Do you want anything? Hasan, did you want? قلبك حاجة. ممنونك حاجة. Thank you.
Also, Mayor, your kid on the east side, maybe the former Hubbard building as well, the flag as well.
Yeah. It's just classic. Not too much going on inside the sandwich. Seasoned just right.
It's not supposed to.
No.
I think.
Well, a lot of the American concepts of shawarma throw lettuce in there, which is just blasphemous.
We put lettuce in there. We don't put the purple thing is like, what is it?
The pickled turnips?
Yeah, the pickled turnips. We don't put pickled turnips in it in turkey, but we do it with like sometimes lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. Depending on the place you go to, they put French fries in it too. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, and when I was growing up, we actually never put any sauces in it. And I feel like sauce tech is like very, I think it might have like originated initially in like Germany with Turkish migrants there for to reflect more of like a Western taste. But I like it.
Yeah, there's a tahini sauce.
Yeah, there's tahini sauce in this.
Just some of it on there. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're just posting your sandwich, right?
What do they season the fries with?
Cajun seasoning.
Oh, okay. The like Arab shawarmas are more meaty too, whereas like the Turkish one is like I think thinner slices.
Yeah.
This is really good though. But in my experience, a lot of places like this try to suit their food to like the taste buds of like people living in America. This doesn't do that, but it's good. It's authentic.
These are the same shawarma for as long as it's been open. Does not change with the time, which I appreciate. When you got it right, you got it right.
Yeah. No need to reinvent the wheel.
Ooh.
What's a big like Lebanese dish that you would suggest I try if I ever had the opportunity to?
You come back on the Jum'ah on Friday. There's Yasmin Bakery makes mloukhiyya. Mloukhiyya is like a leafy dish with chicken over rice. You slice up some jalapenos and squeeze a lemon.
That's the chicken, and the chicken one I think has garlic sauce and pickles.
So mloukhiyya is what I would recommend. That's my favorite all-time dish. It's best when mom makes it, but there's a restaurant that makes it well. But they make it fresh every Friday only.
Okay.
Takes a long time to make.
So you prefer it in a wrap, but they make it in a French bread too?
They have it in French bread. You prefer French bread?
No, I'm just.
The fry sandwich in a French bread is killer. Be fries, coleslaw, mayonnaise, ketchup, pickles.
That's it? No meat?
It's a classic fry sandwich. No, they just be the classic fry sandwich.
That's interesting. The chicken shawarma is very good as well, chap.
So what drove you to start streaming?
I was on the Young Turks, and I was already doing political commentary, but I wanted to have my own thing because, like, I just didn't want to be constantly working for somebody else, and I wanted to have a community, and also like ownership over my own product.
Yeah,
So
I get that.
I was already playing video games. I was playing Fortnite at the time. So I said, why not strap on a PlayStation camera onto the PlayStation and start going live while I'm playing these games and go live on Twitch. The other reason was I wanted to get better off the cuff because everything I had done before, it was all pre-scripted. I would write out the scripts, I'd pull elements and like produce it myself, but I wasn't very good off the cuff, and I needed to get better at it. So I was like, if I can be entertaining while I'm streaming and playing a video game, I can probably easily talk about these issues when I'm not playing a video game, right? So it was more so for training, and then I also wanted to. I was in these spaces, like I played video games, I was into gaming anyway, and I felt like there wasn't any leftist voices that were representative of the diversity of opinion within the gamer space in general. Because like every visible commentary person in that side, on that field, was like very right-wing. And it seemingly worked. But that's why I started streaming on Twitch.
That's awesome.
What made you want to be mayor?
I failed at being a doctor.
Couldn't get into medical school?
Got waitlisted 3 years straight. I'm an epidemiologist by trade. So, you know, how many Abduls are you going to meet that are epidemiologists?
I know one.
Yeah. I was working in healthcare for many years. State representative opened up at the time. Some folk reached out asking if I'd give it a look. Didn't really care for it much. I had many more conversations. I decided, you know what, why not? I kind of want to exit the healthcare space. Would love the opportunity to get back. And we put our name in the hat. This was January 2016. And by God's grace, we're successful in that campaign. 5 years in the state. I was prepping myself to probably go back to the nonprofit sector or something. Our mayor announced that he's not running for re-election. I'm only the 7th mayor in 100 years.
Wow.
So we have long reigning mayors in the city of Deerborn.
Why wasn't you running for again?
He was very ill.
Oh.
He passed away last year, earlier this year. And so I put my name in that race as well. Love the city of Dearborn. And there's a packed primary, a tough race, but again, by God's grace, we're able to make it through. And here we are a few years later. Re-election's in 2 months. So.
Seems like people like you. Right?
Overall, I'd like to think so. But thus is the nature of politics. I mean, you assume office with 40% or 45% having voted against you. And so the goal is not to always have 100% support, but hopefully 100% understanding for the decisions that you're making. That's what I try to aim for.
What are some of the biggest issues facing people in Dearborn right now, by your estimation?
Flooding is something that we suffer from when we have heavy storms, and obviously with climate change and acceleration with climate change. So back in 21, the year of the election, actually in the middle of the primary, we had a 7-inch rainstorm in 24 hours. 2/3 of all the homes in Dearborn flooded.
Wow.
So a little over 20,000 homes had water inside of them. And, so flooding is a big concern. That's a long-term problem, hundreds of millions of dollars to fix, but we're working towards that. Air quality is a big issue. And so in the south end of our city, it's the least affluent, it's the most industrialized. Asthma rates are 2 to 4 times the average in the state of Michigan. And so just by being born in that neighborhood, your likelihood of asthma skyrockets. And so we hold corporate polluters accountable heavily. We've shut down a few, and we go to court often with them. And then just, basic quality of life issues. For me, everything is a public health issue. Whether it's small mom and pop shops thriving, reinvesting in the corridors that haven't been invested in. We just wrapped up a $30 million investment in our park systems.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a big public parks guy. I love the parks. It's one of my I feel like it's one of the favorite things that one of my daily activities is to go to the public parks in LA, all around Los Angeles.
I became a father 30 days before I became mayor. And so to me, that was like a wholly different vantage point, perspective on life. Like, what do you do with your children in Michigan? We don't got Cali weather. So what are you doing in the winter months and what are you doing in the summer months? And, my wife took me around every park across Southeast Michigan to basically say, why doesn't Dearborn have parks like this? Or a STEM center like this? And so all of that's in the works or has not been completed, which is pretty cool.
Would you say that was that's your most lasting impact so far, aside from tackling corporate polluters, is the parks and recreation structure?
That one, absolutely. We built, for example, the first fully inclusive playscapes for children of all abilities in the city. We placed 3 of them across the city so that no family is more than a 10-minute drive of one of these playscapes. And the goal is to cut that down to 5 minutes, which we'll hopefully do in the next 2 years. So that's big. We had 5 community pools, 3 of which hadn't been remodeled since the 50s and 60s. We remodeled all 3 of those pools, and we waived the pool admission fee. So any kids under the age of 13 pool access is free because money shouldn't be a barrier during the summer.
Oh yeah.
So doing things like that, I think, have been the greatest impact. We got a library 2 blocks from Tahamas. Had very little foot traffic. Yet this is the only library in the east end of the city, a city where majority of households, English is not the native language spoken inside the home. We're spending $4 million and transforming it into a STEM center, in addition to a library, to bring more hands-on activities and such to the city. So those are the types of investments that I think have generational impacts.
When you say STEM center, what do you mean, for those of you who might not know?
So it's actually STEAM, so science, tech, engineering, arts, and math. And so there will be a lot of hands-on activities. There'll be science labs. We'll have makerspace, where we'll have daily activities programmed by our librarians. You have the playscapes and the like. More than just walking into your traditional library, picking up a book, and having to read silently. It's about interacting with other children, interacting with your parents or your guardians, interacting as a community, especially in having programming that's designed along those skill sets, along those fields.
Switching gears into politics a little bit. I wanted to ask you, and I'm sure I've seen you address this on multiple occasions, but in the past election cycle, it seems like the Democrats actively avoided talking about a major issue. And their participation in Israel's genocide of the Palestinian population. And this actually caused dramatic swings in the voter population, going from either voting for the Democrats reliably and consistently in a place like Deerborn to not voting at all, or even sometimes voting for Donald Trump. Do you feel like this was a failure within the Democratic Party? And are the Democrats going to address this issue at all? Have you talked to other people in the party?
It absolutely was a failure. And it was a failure of the candidates who were unwilling to draw a line at genocide. And I think for many of us in the Dearborn community, I got a picture of my grandfather on the cover of a magazine in 1989 in the paper, marching for a free Palestine in 1989. So for many of us in Dearborn, there's something that's passed down generationally, an issue that has impacted so many of us. My parents are Lebanese, but my grandparents had lived under occupation, Israeli occupation in south of Lebanon. Many families here did live under occupation, and they still have their booklets where the IDF soldiers had the stamp, granting them approval to walk freely about in their own village. And so I think people underestimated the impact of what was unfolding overseas, no matter how loud we tried screaming from the rooftops. Obviously with the uncommitted movement that launched in the primary, signaling that this is much larger than you think. Do I think the Democrats got it together now? I don't. I absolutely don't think so. I think they're headed towards that direction. I have no idea. I think it is going to be a litmus test come the 2026 election in Michigan, but more importantly, come the presidential in 28.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a defining question of where do you stand on the issue of the genocide on Gaza. The populace has shifted. Every poll has demonstrated that the populace has shifted, but the party has not.
And the population shifting is not new. Mm-hmm. It is new in the grand scheme of things, like you said, since the 80s onward. But we knew that the population attitude was shifting in the election.
Correct.
And Democrats' inability to address that shift, or overall refusal to even acknowledge that shift, has been costly in this election, and not just for Dearborn, but Michigan broadly, and everywhere else. And I feel like I feel as though, even from the consultants I spoke to, and people who are in the know, like even the Pod Save America guys, for example, who certainly have become much more radical in the aftermath of this election on this issue, and were very critical some of them were very critical of Israel's actions even with the Biden administration, but not to this degree.
Yeah.
Like when I talked to them before the election, when I interviewed with them, they would say like, oh, there's a lot of people who care about this, but from the Israeli perspective. And I don't think that was the case at all. I think it's not just Muslims and Arabs, but it was all people of conscience that looked at this and saw right from wrong, and wanted the party to reflect their values, the values that we assume the Democrats are supposed to have.
Well, I mean, obviously, progressive except Palestine is a term that we know.
Yeah, of course.
Many of those who I served with in Lansing, who are elected officials today, but the 100,000 people that voted uncommitted in the presidential primary in Michigan were not just Arab and Muslims, to your point. It was a multi-generational, multi-ethnic coalition that was built saying that these are our universal values that should be applied across. It's a very personal issue. I can't emphasize that enough. My mother-in-law grew up in the refugee camps in Lebanon. I volunteered with United Nations Relief Work Agency 2014. I was in Jordan, working those refugee camps. Went back last year, actually, in the Jordan. Visited one of the major camps that hosted many of the families from Gaza. So this is something that we won't forget. I think the party anticipated that there's a lot of time between the primary and the general. That obviously failed. I think they think there's a lot of time between the last presidential election and the next presidential election. I don't think that's going to happen and manifest as they wish it would, because the atrocities are just getting worse. I mean, just today we woke up to the fact that my mom's in Lebanon. She's there for a few weeks, and there's bombings in Lebanon today.
Yeah.
And Deerborn's home to a large Lebanese community, a large Yemeni community. Their prime minister was just killed yesterday. And so the atrocities are just numerous, and the first Lebanese American that was killed was a Dearborn resident.
Yeah, and it's with our involvement.
Correct.
It's, our American involvement.
Correct.
Like, we're American citizens, and our hard work.
Democrats' refusal to have a backbone is what allowed the likes of a Donald Trump to come into the city.
Yeah.
Now, full disclaimer, Donald Trump did not win a majority of the city of Dearborn. He took 40%. Did he win a plurality? Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly not a majority. 60% still said no to Donald Trump. And for a lot of folks, and we've polled on this, for a lot of folks it was just out of disdain to the Democrats. Because if you go down ballot, Trump took about 40%. And the pro-genocide Democrats didn't get more than 40%.
Yeah.
A lot of the down ballot candidates, like Rashida Tlaib, took 65%. Kyra Harris Bolden, Supreme Court Justice, took 65%. So the traditional Democrats still had about 65%. Al-Ghazda was the litmus test, and Al-Ghazda was the issue that people were voting.
Yeah. It felt as though the dramatic swing was what was of utmost importance in terms of that analysis, because post 9/11 in the United States of America, I think Muslim communities have historically voted very progressive, and as a matter of fact, Muslim communities, and they're polled on this kind of stuff, and as it pertains to social issues, are far more progressive overall than evangelical white Christians are. And of course, evangelical white Christians are not only are they overrepresented, but they're also obviously, they're far more bigoted than the way people present Muslims in traditional media, and they have an outsized impact, and they are the ones who are actively pushing back on women's bodily autonomy as it pertains to reproductive rights and things like that. As a Muslim American, as a mayor in a predominantly Muslim city, what do you have to say to people that misunderstand this dynamic, that think that Muslims are backwards, they're not socially progressive?
Yeah, I think it's no longer excusable to be ignorant. You can always ask a question, ask a Muslim. I remember there was that comedy tour about ask your Muslim neighbor. And so I think people just presume. We actually have the National Arab American Museum here in the city of Dearborn. It's the only one of its kind. And there's a giant exhibit that shows how Arab Americans, Muslim Americans have been depicted on TV, whether it's cartoons or movies. And almost always exclusively were depicted as the villain.
Yeah.
And this had happened for decades, for generations.
All right,
imagine for generations.
I'm gonna cut you real quick. Because you're Lebanese.
Yeah.
You have to speak for your people here for a second.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with the Lebanese people that are so right-wing? Did you know Jeanine Pirro is Lebanese? Judge Jeanine Pirro?
No.
She's Lebanese.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Listen,
Talk to your people.
we don't claim everybody.
This is a gotcha. This is turning into a
yeah, I
gotcha
gotta
interview.
say, we don't claim it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get into the Turkish folk or no?
No, they're all bad.
We don't claim everybody.
Yeah, there is a. It's really interesting. There are a lot of Lebanese people, Maronite Christians mostly, that are in positions of power and in Hollywood, but also in politics in general. And it's very interesting because they're very white passing.
Yeah.
I would say
A lot of it is, I'm very white passing.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, a lot of it is rooted in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Politics back in Lebanon.
Yeah.
A government constitution that is based in religion and sectarianism, right? The prime minister has to be Sunni Muslim. The parliament speaker has to be Shia Muslim. The president has to be Christian Maronite. And so this is how power is distributed across Lebanon. And so sometimes that trickles back home.
What do you have to say when people tell you, I'm not Arab, I'm Maronite Christian? It's different. I'm Phoenician.
You know, I'm a big believer. I focus on myself. I teach my children to be proud of their culture and their roots and their history and never to shy away from it. They got very strong Arab names, which I'm proud of, very Muslim names. You know, my name is Abdullah. I say it that way. I correct people who get it wrong. That's how you have to be. And authenticity will get you places.
I'm asking because I got a couple buddies like that are always like, I'm Phoenician. I'm Phoenician, brother.
No comment. No comment to those folks. Just to read a few more books. I guess.
They
That's
say,
all
listen, we're not like
Salam,
those.
Haji.
We're not like those kinds of Lebanese.
Yeah. Come to Dearborn. Dearborn's a thriving city. So those kinds of Lebanese are doing just well.
Yeah. Okay.
This last half is yours.
No. It's too much. I already had the chicken and the beef.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm good. What do you say before you eat in Arabic? Do you say like Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? Yeah. We say in Turkey we say afiyet olsun, like as in like a bon appetit.
Yeah.
Is there a Lebanese term for it as well, like in Lebanese culture? Like a bon appetit?
That's that French.
That's French. That's
Yeah,
French.
Yeah. You know, people might tell you sahtan before you eat. or after
Sahtan?
you eat. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Kind of like good eats.
Oh, okay.
But I think for a lot of folk, if they're leading with their Muslim identity, they're going to start with Bismillah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
I went to Hajj this year, so my hair's growing back.
Oh, you went to Hajj. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
One of my brothers.
That's cool. Wait, what did you say?
One of my brothers.
Oh,
It's quite the experience.
mashallah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Should we
Ready to
move
go
on?
to the next spot?
Yeah. So architecture-wise, what is this supposed to reflect? Like, what is it? Do you know?
I can't speak to the specifics, but I think you're seeing your traditional Islamic architect.
Yeah, your uncle's gonna be real disappointed in you
You know,
for not
he's-
giving me
he's-
the deets on the mosque.
he's
He's,
more-
the imam of.
He's more concerned with, do I know what's in the book?
Yeah.
Less what's in the building. Let's see.
Is it open right now?
It should be. Here's the main prayer hall. Let's just do a little over 1,000. We can go in if you want. It's up to you.
All right, let's do it. Let's take it. Take your shoes off. We just leave him here for now, right? Because there's nobody here.
No, yeah, you can definitely leave it here. You're good.
Look at he's dripped out. Look at his shoes. You are so American, bro. Born and raised Michigan boy right there.
Salam. So this prayer hall will accommodate for a little over 1,000.
And that's the sister's prayer upstairs.
Sisters also in the back here as well. Yep, also the first floor. So first and second floor sisters. What's beautiful is the calligrapher is actually a Christian calligrapher who
really?
donated all the calligraphy work to the mosque.
No way.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
My mom used to do calligraphy in Turkey. Wow.
Yeah, but this is my.
You guys ever do movie night on there?
Less for movie night, more for transliteration and translations.
Little projection action.
Yeah. We have a growing number of mosques in Dearborn. It's a faith-centric community, which is great to see.
Yeah.
Especially amongst the youth.
Got the.
Yeah. That's the padded one. That's good for your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My a buddy of mine, he's a streamer. His name is Agent, and he talks about how he has one in his car with like the pad.
Yeah.
So that sometimes, because he prays five times a day,
Yeah.
sometimes he's driving and he'll just like pull up to the side of the road, and bust it out.
I got the one in my truck that's got the back support.
What do you mean back support?
There's one that folds up on the back, so when you have a long, Friday prayer or Eid prayer, you can sit back and have some back support.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They got new tech for prayer mats.
Whoever patented that one, God bless him.
Yeah. What are the
The rock,
yeah.
the turba, or oris, depending on which word you use. For many in the Shia sect, they pray on something that's like dirt oriented.
Oh,
They want to touch something natural.
Is it touch your
So
forehead?
yeah, when you prostrate, you want to touch something natural that's from the earth.
See, this is exposing my Turkish. Well, I'm Sunni as well, but like my Turkish background.
Yeah. So you can use a turba, use a napkin. If you're outside, you do it, straight to the grass or dirt. It's all just variations.
So this is not just for. I mean, this is Shia.
It's welcome all.
Yeah, it's not
welcoming to all.
It's like in Christianity, was it non-denominational?
The mosque itself, it's predominantly viewed, I would say, as like a Shia mosque. The imams are largely Shiite. But you find folks from all sects who come and pray together, which is the beautiful part. Like, I actually rotate where I pray around the city.
Would you say the majority, is it majority Shia here? Like
It's probably split 50-50.
Oh, okay. So there's like Sunni mosques as well, but this is a predominantly Shia mosque.
Yeah, there's predominantly for each, but they welcome people of all backgrounds, which is great.
That's cool. My sister got married there, and we're Sunni. That's what someone said in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is Frogan saying?
Okay.
She's saying crazy stuff in the chat.
We can head out. That's a major prayer room. That's the original imam that founded the mosque, Jawad Shari. He would volunteer his time as an imam and then work a full-time job.
He's throwing a look right there.
Yeah.
That's right. Imam Muhammad Jawad Shari?
Shari.
That's cool. Wait, can we loop around a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
So then the minarets,
Who donated them and such. Those were the uncles of the community hang out.
Wait, so do you hear Azan here in Dearborn? Like?
Yeah, you do. Many mosques play the Adhan out loud, just as you would hear the Christian bells. The church bells, excuse me.
That's the one thing, like, it's always funny when, like, it's just a normal part of existence, everyday existence in Turkey when I'm growing up.
Yeah.
But then in America, that doesn't happen. And I know that, like, when tourists come to Turkey, they'll be like, or they go to the Middle East, they're like, oh, the Azan is like, the call to prayer is playing all the time.
Yeah. Those are just some of the timeline and photos.
Wow. I mean, I know what this has to do with the mosque, but
I can't speak to it.
Damn, they put the time cover with Iran on the march. Ayatollah Khomeini.
Yeah, I think it's more of a historical.
Yeah.
This is my grandmother. She passed away 10
wow.
years ago. One of the original ladies of the mosque.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Who's the coolest person that's visited the mosque? By your estimation.
I don't know. There's a lot of folk that's come through. Muhammad Ali might be up there. I don't know if he visited the mosque as well as he visited Imam Shirri.
Oh wow. Yeah. Look. Why is Jawad Shirri always? He's got the same pose every time. They only snap him from that low angle. Is that his good side? Is that what it is? He was like.
He was a great man. He was a great man. There's nothing on that side.
All right.
So you have a lot of your large dinners here in the banquet centers and such. All the funeral services happen here. The commemorations happen here. And upstairs are just the offices.
Not a place for shoes. Where's the well, what do you say it in? I don't know how you say it in English, but we said masjid. It's like where you wash up.
Yeah, the restrooms.
Oh, you just do it straight up in the. There's no like
There's
big.
an area for wudu.
Can we show
Yeah.
the chatters who don't know
Yeah.
about that process? Because like in Islam, when you're
ablution,
praying,
I think is the term.
what is it?
Ablution.
Ablution. Okay. In Turkish, we say janabet if you're not clean. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same.
Janabet, yep.
I don't want to say it in the mosque, but it also extends to other things as well that you do. That if you don't clean yourself before, in general, if you're not clean, because there's a big focus on cleanliness in Islam.
Correct. So here you go.
Oh, it smells dope in here.
Yeah.
It smells like the Turkish soaps, the big Turkish bars of
You
soap.
see the original Turkish.
Yeah, it smells like a hammam.
Yeah. But this is it.
Yeah. So people come here, they wash.
Yep. They offer slippers outside for anybody that wants. You come in, you wash, prepare yourself for prayer,
Yeah.
and then you go out and go to prayer.
You're
And
supposed to
typically
clean
prayer,
like behind your ears, stuff like that, right?
typically prayer comes with what's called a khutbah. So you have the imam will give a speech for a certain amount of time prior to the prayer, or after the prayer, one or the other.
You know what you should do as Dearborn mayor? And this could be a rollout everywhere.
Can't wait to hear this.
And I already pitched this as all around too. Mandatory bidets, but not the hand washing one.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like the hose.
I'm talking the hose,
Yeah.
just because that's what we have in Turkey.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like
Almost every home in Dearborn has it.
yeah, and I feel like that needs to be a part of the code.
I think we should be clear to the chatters. If
I'm
you
lying.
haven't used the bidet,
Yes, oh,
you're missing out.
it's the best. That's what I'm lobbying you right now. This is how backdoor deals are made, chat.
On bidets.
Yeah. No, I'm a major bidet advocate.
I don't know if you knew, but the corporate bidet lobby is actually a big supporter of mine.
Yeah. Yeah, me. I'm the corporate bidet lobby.
Yeah.
And I think we must put a bidet.
Yeah.
No more unwashed butts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the VIP room, dude. It's nice.
The coffee shop has a VIP room.
Almost everyone now has that's opening up.
Really?
Yeah, as it means if you want to study or if you want to have meetings, they're really understanding that it's like a community spot now.
Yeah. Are you leaving? Is that why you're propping it up?
No.
Oh, okay.
So that
Just for the ease?
I
Yeah.
could handheld it. But
No. It's better. It's better if it's stable. That was crazy. I mean, I expected it, but yeah.
What's your longest active stream ever?
Not that long. I don't do like I don't do like
go.
24-hour
Got it.
streams or like subathons or anything because like I basically do stream every single
Yeah,
day. 'Cause
yeah.
when you do like a subathon or like a long-standing stream like that, you just sleep on camera. I just don't sleep on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
So my normal stream is basically like a subathon every day. But like longest continuous stream probably is around like 16 hours, I think, on election in 2020, election night. But that's it.
Yeah, so Jabba has become like a community spot. So Jabba is one of the Yemeni coffee shops that obviously opened up that we've spoken to, but now all their franchise headquarters are now in Dearborn. So you're talking they've purchased 50,000 to 100,000 square feet headquarter spaces, and now they're all in the dozens in terms of number of shops opening up across the country.
Yeah. Yeah, so is Mocha is like, I assume Yemeni as well, because
There's Mocha and Co.
Yeah, Mocha and Co. That's what I ordered from this morning. There's one type of Yemeni coffee that I don't really like that much though. I like I think there was What was it?
It's got like ginger.
There's two different. I mean, they're all super flavorful. They're all very spicy. Like there's a lot of spice in it. But there's one type that I didn't like that much. It was with an H. Chatters. Give me the names of different types of Yemeni coffee. Quick.
Like his personal Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chatters AI.
The one with all the spices with H. It starts out with H. I forget what it is. I think it's H. What are we, Google? Yes. You know, I put, when I was interviewing Mahmoud, also at another Yemeni coffee shop in New York, I put water in it because it was too hot, and he was like, he was so offended.
Yeah.
He could not believe it. He was like, this is the most.
I think the ones that opened up in, you have some in Brooklyn and some across the New York boroughs, started in Dearborn as well.
Yeah. Harazi? Is that what it is?
Harazi, that's one.
No, I don't think it's Harazi. I don't know what it is. Wait, I can just look it up because I got it on. Let's see. I'll tell you what I like and I tell you what I don't like with the Yemeni coffee. Oh my God, we got so much. Okay. Let's look at the orders real quick. Okay.
A few straws, Hasan. Sorry.
Let me see. Orders, past orders. So the one I liked was the one I didn't like was the I think it was the Mufawar.
Mufawar.
Mufawar is the one I didn't like. Maleki is the one I liked, and then the Adani chai was good. So it didn't have an H. It was an M. But the Mufawar one was like too. I think it's the cardamom, maybe. I don't know.
It's got a lot of cardamom.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the 24 karat gold Labubu in chocolate. And we got this I see on TikTok all the time.
They're good.
They have, I don't know.
They also come in ice cream.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is?
I think that one is like filled with some sort of custard or cream and cake. And depending on the fruit, it should correspond with the flavor. I don't know about this one though.
So we have the manna cake badu. What is it? Basbousa. Basbousa.
It's like coconut.
Pistachio.
Yeah, pistachio cake.
Yeah.
We have that. We have the labubu, the viral. In order for legal purposes, they build these as viral cake,
Viral cake.
and viral chocolate. This is the 24 karat golden Dubai labubu. So it's Dubai chocolate, which is not even. I don't know why they call it Dubai chocolate, but I think it has kunafa in it normally. Have you ever had a Dubai chocolate?
It's too rich.
Okay, so
For
you
my
have
liking.
tried it.
I have tried it. I think it's too rich.
So
for
you're
my
not a
liking.
real sweet tooth guy. You said you were a real sweet tooth guy, but
Like even this is actually they accidentally gave me coffee instead of tea, but I'll take a few sips, so that's it. I really love cheesecake.
you said that a couple.
I know. You're saying sweet tooth. Like cheesecake is what is my go-to.
And then we have
Matilda chocolate cake is my go-to.
And then we have the matcha, the iced strawberry shortcake matcha. So I ordered every performative male thing, every like viral internet thing that I possibly could order, and I'm gonna get started. We're gonna do a little taste test, okay?
It's strong.
How do you like that one?
It's strong. It's got a.
You get coffee?
Accidentally.
Doesn't like do less than
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh my god,
I won't drink the whole thing.
bro! This literally tastes straight up like
Strawberry shortcake.
yeah. It tastes like a strawberry shortcake in liquid form.
Only in Dearborn can you get a Adani tea and a matcha from the same place.
Wow, that's very sweet.
Very sweet. It's very good though.
I like it. Okay, that's one down. Okay, which one do you want to? No, we're gonna bite into it.
Okay.
So which one do you want to bite into? I don't really mind sharing.
I'm okay. I think I'm gonna go to Labubu.
Okay, you want to do the
Show the
20?
camera real quick first.
Yeah.
Let's start for this one.
We got the mayor of Dearborn trying the 24 karat gold Labubu. All right, want to punch in on them?
Yeah.
Trying it out.
How big of a bite are we talking?
Just take any
Whatever feels
type of
right.
bite you want to take. He doesn't like it.
No, it's good.
Look at your face.
It's good. I'm trying to figure out what I've been into.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
just chocolate, and then the inside of this, for those of you who don't know, is Turkish künefe that they mix with pistachio butter, or like just pistachio cream, some kind of pistachio cream.
That's rich.
And then the outside of it is chocolate. And I mean, Turks think everything is Turkish. But I was talking to my dad, and my dad was
Turkish
like,
kunafa and Turkish chocolate with Turkish 24 karat gold.
but my dad was literally saying like it's Turkish. Like that's what he was saying, that like, but they sell it as Dubai because like Turks are, you know,
Bad at marketing.
yeah, they don't want to associate with the Turks. All right, biting into the 24 karat gold Le Boo Boo.
It's good.
It is rich.
It's rich.
Crunchy. It's not as chocolatey
As you thought?
as you would think.
I need to try it. I'm sorry.
Oh, go for it. You can have a leg.
I've never had Dubai chocolate before. First time I had
This- This doesn't. Like I've had Dubai chocolate before. Like this is not as like chocolatey as Dubai chocolate is. All right.
That is. It's not as rich as you want to take the first bite of this one?
All right. This one is the
Viral fruitcake.
viral fruitcake. This is like something that I've seen on TikTok quite a bit. They do it in like different places, in Los Angeles as well. I have no idea what's in it. They always will take the top off and see if the leaves are edible. Yeah. It's just a regular leaf. It's a real leaf. We got little water shots.
Yeah, palate cleanser.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna give you ASMR, chat.
I don't think there's a crunch to this. Oh, maybe.
There's not crunch to it, but it is lemony.
So it tastes like its shape.
It's like a chocolatey outside. Look at his face. He hates it.
Cake is not my thing.
Yeah,
Except cheesecake for the third time.
I've never seen someone look so like I'm torturing you. Yeah. It's got like some kind of cake in it,
It's not bad.
and like I think
Very
like,
lemony.
like custard or something, and it's lemony, and the outside cover is chocolate. Marsh, you want to try it?
I'm good.
No, try it. You gotta try it, my man.
If his face didn't sell it, I think mine did.
I get better than chocolate.
Looking
Okay.
better than the chocolate?
This is diabetes waiting to happen. That's crazy.
I feel wired. I've had a quarter cup of coffee.
You're gonna be running around if you don't
Yes.
drink any caffeine.
Yes.
And then we have the coffee here. This is the iced Jabal latte, double shot, whole milk, 4 cane sugar syrup pumps, line cup with honey, and Jabal spices. So I'm gonna.
I don't know what any of that means.
I don't know either. But these guys, I feel like, even the cold brew that I had from Mocha & Co. earlier was like very, like it clearly had Yemeni spices in it.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I actually really like the cold brew, but I normally don't drink any flavored coffee at all. I just drink like straight black cold brew. I don't even put creamer or anything in it. Oh yeah, this is the good kind of spice. This is the Yemeni coffee that has like some of the spices I like, and then sometimes they put something else in it. I think this is cardamom, right? We got the same one?
Correct.
So it's cardamom that
Correct.
I'm
It's
tasting.
cardamom, yep.
Yeah. It's nice.
I guess that's
Okay.
more than Turkish chocolate.
Turkish coffee's got to be served classic.
Yeah, you can't
In the cup, and then you have to have somebody to bust it for you right after. Put your thumbprint in the cup and use your fortune.
Yeah, you gotta flip it and then let
Swirl.
it seep through,
Yeah.
and then you read your fall. My great aunt used to do it. We have an emote in the chat when I say cardamom, everybody does this emote. You can't really tell it's too small, but it's Mamdani from when he was a rapper. You got some stuff like that?
I did not rap, no.
You were not a swagged out Mena boy?
Mamdani might have a little more swag than I do.
Okay. I don't know, man. I saw the young cardamom. It was not. When I first saw it, this is before he was, not like a nationally known political figure. So I was a little worried before I interviewed him. I was like, should I even show this? I feel like this might hurt his chances. But
It's only helped.
yeah, it turns out America was ready for that. All right, this is basbousa, right? Did I say it right?
Basbousa pistachio cake.
So this is, I don't know what region would this be from? What is it?
I have no idea. Half the time we're mixing
Your family's
regions.
going to be seeing this and get embarrassed that you're not doing a
This
good job
isn't
representing.
traditional Lebanese. I don't think this is even traditional Arab cake. I gotta tell you.
Oh, it's not?
I think adding pistachio to it.
Oh, yeah,
Basbousa maybe is a form of cake, but I think we as Arab tend to throw pistachio on it and say it's traditional. That's not the case.
Saying it's Egyptian.
There we go.
But pistachio is that's definitely
China
very.
is saying it's Egyptian. They know better than I do.
You have given up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
good.
thicker than I thought.
That's pretty good.
That's
You just
good.
want your cheesecake, American boy. That's what you want.
No. Not these cheesecakes. I have very specific cheesecakes. Shout out to Muda's Cheesecakes. She makes them in her
I was gonna
basement.
say, you have to plug it too.
They are the best cheesecakes.
Yeah, you got a cheesecake bias.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Very much.
Does Turkey have the best pistachios, Hasan? Yes. Well, maybe that and Iran, right? Antep is where all the pistachios are from in Turkey. Gaziantep. Yeah, get this man a cheesecake.
Thank you. So how's it been for you? I feel like post presidential election, obviously, and I think you've spoken to it too. The Democrats need to quote unquote own Joe Rogan.
Oh God. I mean,
But I feel like your fame has also elevated post presidential election. Or at least it feels that way, maybe in the mainstream media.
yeah, I got a lot of coverage after
Yeah.
in mainstream press. That's why.
What's that been like?
I mean, it hasn't really. I don't think it's necessarily changed my audience profile at all. It's still the same, around the same size as well. For many years now, it's grown a little bit for sure. I would say, I guess maybe I get stopped a lot more on the streets. What do you think?
Lately, I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, lately it's been a little bit crazier. I mean,
You always have, but
yeah,
it seems like it's maybe
it's intensified for sure.
Yeah.
As far as people coming up to me, not on camera as well.
Yeah.
But I've been saying this before the election. I've been saying it after the election. A lot of the things that I pointed to in the lead up to the election that were major flaws within the way that the Democrats, the National Party, was communicating was abject failures. They were going to inevitably push aside a lot of people that would normally vote for the Democrats, and I kept warning about this. And they thought that not only was it important for them to win, but also important for them to win with the constituencies that they wanted to win with.
Correct.
And I think a lot of people were left behind in that process and understandably turned around and just simply didn't vote.
Yeah.
Because of the duopoly that we have in the with the two major parties that we have in the American elections, it's inherently undemocratic in many ways, because one party, the Democrats specifically, will always say, oh, you got to vote for us because we're a harm reduction party.
Yeah.
Harm mitigation. You have to vote for us. We're not as bad as the Republicans, which is true. They're not, right? I don't argue against that at all. I mean, there are some exceptions, like foreign policy. There was definitely an exception when it came to Israel, where both parties were very much aligned and against the broader interest of the public. But there are definitely areas where the Democrats are far better than the Republicans. Having said that, that's not enough for them to demand the votes of the population. You have to listen to the demands that are being made by your constituents. I think that was a major factor in Zoran's success in a crowded primary. And the Democrats didn't do that, and I warned about it quite a bit, which is part of the reason why a lot of these outlets came to me after the election to be like, what went wrong? Like, there was a lot of things that you were saying that came out to be correct. And in that process, they realized, they decided, you know what was wrong? We don't have a Joe Rogan of the left.
Yeah.
You're the Joe Rogan of the left.
Yeah.
And I kept telling him over and over again, because they just don't listen, that there is no such thing. Like, this is not what's going to actually win elections for the Democrats. It's not simply like a messaging gap, even though there is one, certainly. Republicans are a well-funded, well-oiled machine. They have a media ecosystem that is both horizontally and vertically integrated. So there's a lot of cross-pollination of audiences. But outside of that, it's the key policy issues that the Democrats cannot, the Democrats can't represent themselves with. They are indecipherable as a national political party. Yeah. It's very hard to pin the Democratic Party down. When you look at Bernie Sanders, however, you know what his policies are.
Correct.
He's been saying them for 85 years.
Correct.
Medicare for all, free college, end foreign conflicts, foreign entanglements, and truly alleviate the working class, uplift the working class. Unions. We don't have that for the National Party.
No.
And because there are no definable policies, they're very susceptible to oppositional framing, where the Republicans just present the Democrats as being a party that is elite, smug, entitled, which is, some of it is true, but a party that can be defined with policies like, bottom surgeries for Guatemalan transgender migrants or something, which is true. Both Republicans, when they're in office, and the Democrats have done that. There's no issue with that at all. But the Republicans can present the Democrats as being just for that.
Correct.
And make them look silly.
I think what you're going to see is a shift. Dearborn is unique. I think we've become less party-centric. We're very candidate-centric. So this is a city that backed Bernie Sanders twice.
Yeah.
This is a city that evaluates each candidate for what they stand on, regardless of party affiliation or no party affiliation. They're trying to take them to their merit on the policies that they bring forward. I see that happening more. Because I also think that what Democrats said, vote blue no matter who, we obviously seen that dissipate in New York. When Mamdani won the primary, they was like, oh no, hold on, we got to walk back that line now and reevaluate whether we actually meant it. Because it was pushed heavy on us in 2024, that the alternative would be quote unquote worse. And we're screaming that genocide is pretty much
the most consequential thing that you can vote for or vote against. Ta-Nehisi Coates said it best.
Correct.
When he said, if the Democrats have proven that they're not to be trusted with stopping a genocide, what makes you think they're actually going to preserve democracy?
Yeah.
And it's true. And I think a lot of people, because of what they had seen, and it's not just the genocide, but that is emblematic of all of the other problems.
Yeah.
The emblematic of the party's lack of interest in listening to the demands being made by the base, which is the fundamental principle of democracy. That and a litany of other issues where they framed, where they pivoted far to the right on, caused a lot of people to say, I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah.
Because we don't have compulsory voting in this country. And voting is deliberately done on a work day. That is voter suppression. There are very meaningful ways in which this country has designed their election system to make sure that it's people above a certain pay grade that have ease of access to voting. And any kind of initiative that makes it easier for every single person to vote, universal ballot, universal access to ballots, and mail-in ballot voting, these things are oftentimes fought back against, pushed back by Republicans.
Dearborn was the first city in America to offer translated election material in Arabic.
Oh, wow.
And the ballot itself. We
That's
did
awesome.
so, and other cities followed suit. We took the Civil Rights Act about how you have to offer the language translated based on a percentage of the population. However, understanding that the Arab American community is not registered on that census. And so, but we register as a city. We understand that a big portion of our community is Arab American. And so we officially translated ballots and all election materials into that language.
That's awesome.
And it's gaining usage with each election cycle, which has been great. But to your point, I mean, Michigan now has 9 days early voting. Any reason absentee voting, it's expanded voter rights access, which has been great. But turnout rates still haven't, you see absentee voting has increased, but people aren't as excited to come out to the ballot because the candidates.
Yeah, that's a real problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you make that argument in a place like California because you're like, if you're a Republican, it's not going to swing Republican. So who cares? Why should you vote? If you're a Democrat, it's going to swing Democrat. Who cares? Why should you vote? A lot of people don't vote for those reasons. But when you look at a state that's as pivotal as Michigan, the voter registration and voter participation rates should be far higher. So one must ask the question, why? Why is it still not as high as other countries? And I think part of that is because of the hurdles that are placed in front of regular voters. And I think most consequentially it's because there is no option for people to feel emboldened by, to back unconditionally, to get excited to go out and vote. Because hurdle or not, if you like a candidate, if a candidate has made an argument that he is going to improve your life, you're going to go out and vote for them. Rain or shine, it doesn't matter. You're going to go out, you're going to vote for them, you're going to door knock for them, you're going to advocate for them, you're going to try to get other people to go out and vote. But outside of like the machine that exists, like the turnout machine that exists within both parties, I think Democrats have a really hard time, and Republicans do too for sure, but Democrats especially have a really hard time getting people excited to go out and vote for them. And that is a major crisis, and that is one born out of not being issue focused and simply relying on harm reduction narratives as a mechanism for turnout.
We're not the other guys.
Yeah, we're not the other guys. And even in that process, as the Overton window shifts further and further to the right, you see the Democrats first run against Trump's right-wing, white nativist, anti-immigrant policies in 2020, as Joe Biden did and won on. And then by the end of his administration, he's actually advocating for Trump's border wall. He's actually advocating to fund the Customs and Border Patrol, but under Democratic leadership. That's a major failure, in my opinion. And I think people see that and they respond negatively to that.
I have nothing to argue. I served in partisan. I mean, luckily the mayorship is not in partisan politics, which kind of alleviates us from the partisan politics. But having been in Lansing, shortly, I got elected the same year Trump got elected, back in 2016, and we had a set of expansion of civil rights bills that were introduced, many of which focus on immigration. This is pre the images emerging of children in cages. One of my bills would have provided everybody a public defender for deportation hearings.
Yeah.
The day before the conference, I got a call from the Democratic leader saying tomorrow's press conference is a Abdullah Hammoud press conference. It is not a Democratic Party press conference. We need to make sure that that is clear. And then several of the members were actually advised to pull their names off of the package of bills. A few months later comes, the images emerge, and then they say, oh, this is an issue that we should be championing. And I was like, we introduced the bills a few months ago. And so it's been a story that's been rewriting itself.
But that's a major problem,
Yeah.
right? Like that what you're describing right there is
that's what happens.
Is cowardice.
Yeah.
Democrats are so scared to lead,
They try
whereas
to do it all
Republicans
wrong.
lead all the time.
Correct.
Republicans lead all the time. They don't care how unpopular a certain provision is, as long as like it activates their key constituencies, specifically the white evangelical base of support. Then they'll do it. They'll push for it, and they'll actually propagandize at the behest of this position. Like, they are unafraid to lead public discourse on issues, no matter how unpopular it is. And they're unafraid to actually push for those policies at the legislative agenda, even when people realize that those policies are actually not what they thought was good for, what was best for public welfare, immigration, abortion restrictions, things of that nature, people think they want because Republicans propagandize that these are good things. And then once implemented, people don't like it, but it's too late. Republicans have already gotten their agenda across. But they're unafraid to stand for things.
They use the gavel when they have it.
Yeah.
And Democrats aren't used to doing that. They legislate strictly to the poll. If the polling says it's good, let's go message on it.
But even then.
I know.
But
not
even
always,
then, there
correct.
are certain issues.
Of course.
Because this is something I brought up to Ro Khanna and numerous other sitting representatives and senators even. Leading up to the election, I'm at the DNC, I'm talking to politicians, I'm telling them straight up, you're looking at the polls, but you're not looking at the second poll when it comes to immigration. You see a number that says 60% of the country wants mass deportation, that freaks you out. You say, I want mass deportation. Don't be a fucking coward. You're being a coward. If you look at the second poll right underneath that, when presented with two options, mass deportation or mass amnesty is always more popular than mass deportation.
Correct.
You're not looking at that second poll. You're looking at the first poll and you're saying, I'm scared. I'm going to lead by my fear. I'm going to let the Republicans dominate discourse. And on top of that, I kept warning people over and over again. Once, like you guys are failing to educate people on how violent and how cruel this mass deportation policy is going to look like. We're talking concentration camps. We're talking tens of millions of people ripped away from their families. Things that are unfolding right now. Right? Things that have started to unfold under the Trump administration. I warned the Democrats and I said, you have to communicate this to the public. None of them did it.
They don't want the difficult job.
Yeah, none of them did it. None of them spoke out.
I can tell you, they
on
don't
it.
want the difficult job. They want they want the things that sell headlines. They want the half-assed solutions that get them through the next election cycle. When you're talking about Lansing, you're talking about Congress, it's always, well, if you're in a marginal seat, you got to vote differently to protect yourself for a re-election, as opposed to, once we have the gavel in the majority, how do you effectuate transformational change and finally get the things we've been advocating for? We talked about how we lack public transit. It's because nobody has had the courage to pick up the gavel and say, we got a surplus, we're going to spend it on building a transit system, versus Democrats advocating for a 0.1% income tax cut for 1 year that would cost $1 billion that nobody feels.
Yeah.
Those are it's ultimately it's what it comes down to. It's headline chasing, and it's always thinking about the next election versus thinking about the next generation.
Yeah. And even on the thinking about the next election, though, I think like the Republican media infrastructure is well funded for sure.
Yeah.
But there are also issues that they bring up all the time. I'm obviously not a Republican. I despise the Republican Party and I despise reactionary politics in general. But if I'm analyzing it as though I was a Republican voter, right? I look at this and I see them constantly doing hysteria, constantly doing mass panic around certain issues to justify certain pieces of legislation that is ultimately going to be harmful, but the justification starts at the point of hysteria. Mass migration is a major problem, was born out of the hysteria of migrant crime. And this is not a panic that is new. This is the same exact racist, vitriolic panic that they've whipped up since, I mean, even before immigration was even a point of contention in this country. And back then it was, either the indigenous population or the black population, right? It's always the same white nativist, white nationalist mania that they engage in, where they kept saying over and over again, immigrants are doing crime. They're doing crime. They're doing crime. And you look at the actual numbers, and they're doing less crime. Undocumented migrants are responsible for less crime per capita than natural-born U.S. citizens are. But it doesn't matter. On television, every single day, they would just lie and say, Guatemalan and Mexicans are rapists. They're migrants. They're decapitating people. They're beheading people. And when there's no counter message against that, one that is born out of empirical evidence, a counter message that's born out of the truth, to say that's not true. Not only is this completely made up, but it's like made up in a very racist way. In order for you to hate your neighbors, in order for you to be fearful of your neighbors. When they don't do that kind of counter messaging, then the only thing people hear is migrants are doing crimes, no one is addressing the crime issue, and I guess then Republicans are the only solution for that. And when the Democrats actually do inevitably take on the issue, when they want to tackle the issue on the messaging side, because they remember every 4 years there's an election, they take the right-wing position. They say, you know what, migrants are a national security threat, as a matter of fact. I've never heard that. Like a Democrat should never say that.
But then
in
they
this
come to our
country.
community and say, look what the other side is saying about you, and we're not
Yeah.
them. And we say, great, well, what's the policy for us? And they say, well, there's no policy.
Yeah.
But we're just not them. That's what we heard.
And
I
that's
think, for
it.
several
When you say
election cycles.
we're not the Republicans, we're not as bad as the Republicans, but then you also turn around and from the other side of your mouth say, we also want to beef up Customs and Border Patrol that come to your communities, that go to the court hearings and rip you away from your family. What is someone supposed to think? I mean, sure, okay, the difference is if Republicans want to deport 12 million people and you want to deport, 6 million people, what am I supposed to think?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I guess I'll go vote for the 6 million deportation party? That's crazy. So they don't understand this, no matter how much I communicate it to politicians directly, no matter how much I say this on different forms of media that they respond to, that they watch, that they listen, but they hear, but they don't listen.
Yeah.
And it always stems back to that same issue.
I think we're on the cusp of change. I really do. I think as Zahran, God willing, as Zahran win in November, there's really something transformational that the Mayor of America has taken the stances that he's taken. And it's shattered a lot of the conversation across every single type of media stream we're seeing out there. And I think we're a generation away of hopefully changing the whole system. I really do.
I hope. Inshallah.
Inshallah, that's it.
But I'll keep pushing for it no matter what. And there are, candidates all around that I try to offer support to because I feel like they have that progressive fighter instinct. And I'm going to be linking up with Omar Fateh soon as well. Mm-hmm. He's running for mayor of Minneapolis.
Correct.
And hopefully people can start believing in their politicians again. People can start believing in the Democratic Party again.
Yeah.
Because it's clear to me that, no disrespect to this great state, but the Lisa Slotkins of the world they're not moving the needle in the appropriate direction. They're unafraid to lead. Or when they do lead, it feels like they're leading in unpopular territories because their corporate benefactors or their donors or their lobbyists are telling them to refuse to listen to the public's demands. And we can't have that. In order to save democracy, if we're going to talk about something even far broader than like fixing potholes, even though that's very important, in order to preserve democracy, in order to save democracy, in order to stop our fascist ascent, we have to make people believe in the true left flank, once again, the counter to growing fascism in this country. And if the only game in town is the Democratic Party and they're unable to deal with the task at hand, and they are actually being punished for that right now, you see the popularity of the Democratic Party broadly is underwater.
Yeah.
If they're not going to fight, we're gonna pull them to the fight, kicking and screaming. That's the way I see it.
I don't disagree. I can tell you, as mayor, if we don't have the trust of the people based on the services we're providing, we're not able to take the risk on some of the transformational initiatives that we want to. And I think that lacks, obviously, from a Democratic Party perspective. But I know it's 5:40. I got to see my daughters for a bit before they go to sleep.
All right. Thank you so much for everything. This was incredible.
This was awesome.
What are we at on the battery side, by the way?
We are pretty good still. We still have one full battery left.
Okay.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Because we're probably going to head back to Detroit now and see the sights, look around in the city a little bit and potentially get some pizza too.
Who's got good pizza in Detroit? There's a few.
There's a lot.
Sicily's?
I think Sicily's.
Sicily's is good. Freddie the pizza man in Melvindale.
Is he open?
Never had that. Oh, that's
Yeah, he's
viral.
typically,
I don't know if
he's
he's
super
open
viral.
today.
You gotta check it out.
Also, there was someone else who hit me up. Hassan.
Who?
Market, right? It's you know what Eastern Market is?
Yeah, of course.
Apparently, it's
It's still open? It's still up right now?
a Detroit sandwich party at Eastern Market today.
Yeah. Okay. I think I saw some pictures.
What is it? Detroit
Eastern
sandwich?
Market is like a big summer market kind of thing in the various sheds, and so I think they got some key sandwich folk. Yeah.
Today's Detroit sandwich party.
I think they're making mega sandwiches. I saw some pictures earlier.
Cool. Supremos is right there too.
Oh yeah, that's not Detroit style, but it is
It's still
awesome
good. It's
pizza.
really
Yeah.
You might find yourself at Labubu's 24 karat gold sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, you really hated that, huh? You were this had major impact on you. I saw.
I've eaten the way I've eaten for so long that I just, I don't digress. I stick to the basics.
Yeah, you were suffering. That was my favorite.
The Labubu was good.
No, the cake.
No. The basbousa.
I like that.
called?
Basbousa, yeah.
Yeah, basbousa. All right.
Kind of like Hammoud.
Yeah.
Anything you
Yes.
want to tell the people before we let you go?
No, we appreciate you
No.
all joining us for City of Dearborn. Hope you guys come check it out for yourselves. I think to a point earlier, Dearborn's always in the media for some false negative reason, and I always challenge everyone to come out and see it for themselves. And hopefully, we showed you a little bit of that love today.
Oh no, absolutely.
We appreciate all that you do. And
It should be in the media for good food.
Yeah.
And the 24 karat gold Labubu.
more than the Labubu and the good food and the people behind it.
Yeah.
That's what we want to be in the media for.
All right.
But we appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Damn, this guy's good.